Well, one, I think I've done a really good job here, and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end. And so I think I have a really good working relationship with Patrick. I think you add in Rick. The leadership that we have is really elite. And you'll see next year when our team comes back, we're going to be competing for a championship.
Okay.
A little insulting.
Stand by it.
I feel like I want to, instead of Green Bay, fly to Dallas and give this man a hug.
Yeah.
He needs a hug.
Also, don't trade Luka.
That's, I think, for all general managers out there.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
At U.S. Cellular, we created an event called Us Days to celebrate our customers, like Gary here.
We get exclusive deals like $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. It's a celebration so big, it feels like they wrote a hype song just for me.
Go, Gary! Go, Gary!
Celebrate Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, who are the people that need these services?
If you have arthritis, partial ligament tears, bulging or herniated discs in your back or neck, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and other joint and soft tissue issues, come see us at QC Kinetics and we can get you back in the game of life without surgery, drugs, or downtime.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Rite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Big now. Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And we got left side.
Strong side.
He's like an Incredible Hulk when the temperature goes up. He gets angry.
You don't want to make me warmer. It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, Sean.
You need to write a song called Super.
He's a great communicator.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Good to see you too, Clip. And to all the discount people that have replaced the people I knew here at Pirate Radio.
Wow.
Welcome.
Wow.
Discount Chandler, discount Big Dog.
Big Dog really shrunk.
Anthony Santander.
If it wasn't funny, then let's blame it on the duck.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And you can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Give us a like, a subscribe. Getting closer to 5K. Let's get to 5K. Be feeling good if we get to 5K. If we get to 5K, I'll run a 5K. Nah, I'm not going to run a 5K. I'm not going to be there. But we want you to be here with us every single day, Monday through Friday on Pirate Radio Live. Chime in with what is on your mind. Hey, there's no football games being played or no basketball, but a lot going on in the sports world. No college basketball, I should say, because the NBA playoffs are going on. The Stanley Cup playoffs are going on. Canes up 1-0 in their series over the Devils. Dive into that. Pirate baseball back at it Tuesday at NC State. Tulane at home this weekend. Coming off a series win in a game where they gave up a lot of dingers to UAB. We'll talk some ECU baseball throughout today's program. We've also got the NFL draft coming up this week. That gets me fired up. We've got ECU spring football coming up this Saturday. So a lot of topics to hit. Whatever is on your mind, let us know via YouTube. Or if you're old school, you could always give us a call, 317-1250. Let us know what is on your mind. Got guests to get to today, including Double B, Brian Bailey. He'll join us later on in hour number 1. Caiden Norman, former Pirate QB, will join us in hour number 2, as will Ellerbe. Plus, Justin Hardy, former Pirate great, will join us. It's draft week. We'll get his draft memories and rookie camp memories as he joins us later on in today's program. Shirley Rhodes is here. Intern Hayden is here. We got Will, the Chill, a.k.a. Billy Flows, a.k.a. Bill F., the big dog, Glenn Griffin, here as well. Jared Watkins, head of the table. Hey, Jared.
Hey.
And we've got left side.
Strong side. Popping a top on this Monday. That was the weakest pop there. That was weak.
Not a big pop.
That was not a big pop.
There were some good pops and bad pops at WrestleMania this weekend. We'll talk about that
Probably
as well.
one of the quietest WrestleMania I've ever seen.
Yeah, in a lame building, lame city.
Where was it at?
Las Vegas.
Oh,
I thought it was a great
Shots
venue.
fired.
What they so long. What they should have done is light the damn torch. How do you have an event in that venue and you don't light the Al Davis Memorial Torch?
Yeah.
They didn't have a lighter.
Fire.
That's what was missing. The lighting of the Al Davis torch.
They didn't have the lighter.
It's a button, dude. Press the damn button.
Hey, you mind if I bum a light?
We'll talk a little Mania as well. We'll check in with Chat Gang. Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
Highlight of the weekend, I just saw this morning, Zach Agnos getting called up. Ton of respect.
Not only did he get called up, he
Can I
just
finish
the
his
ultimate
comment?
Sure.
And that goes for Mike Schwartz and Chandler. One of my all-time favorite ECU players. All right, now go.
Not only did he get called up, he played in the freaking game.
He said, we're having a freaking game.
We're having a freaking game, and I'm going to pitch in it.
I gave him the congratulatory text and said, hey, man, you're going to hop on the show, let me know. And he said, tomorrow's a travel day. We'll get it done. So I hope to get Zach Agnos on the show sometime. But I had no idea I was speaking to him on the day he would make his debut. Like, I figured he'd get called up.
I did not expect him to
hang out in the bullpen for 3 hours.
They'll, like maybe the camera show, hey, and here's Zach Agnos. He just got called up today.
Yeah.
But they said, hey, man, get in there.
You pitching. And his fam was there. Very
His brother,
emotional.
Jake was there.
Jeff was there. Jeff Agnos, his brother. In fact, they talked to Jeff, Shirley, at the game last night. Let's hear the interview with the fam.
I'm here with the Agnos family. It's a huge group, including his agent, Jeff, back there. I'm actually going to start with brother Jeff. Jake, what was it like when you got the phone call that your brother was going to get to the big leagues?
It was pretty chaotic, to be honest. We were in Richmond, actually. My mom's father just got put in hospice, so we were spending Easter with him. He actually played professional baseball, was drafted by the Senators back in '55, so he never made it to the bigs, so growing up, that was always his big dream for us. So to be able to spend time with him, and then Zach FaceTimed in and got to tell him was really special, full of emotion, but just such an incredible moment.
For you, Mom Lee, this moment probably means a lot to you and your family, obviously. What emotions are going through your mind right now?
It's surreal for sure. I'm proud. I'm proud of Zach. I'm excited for Zach, and you know, I wish his dad could be here, but Zach's worked for this his whole life, and I never had a doubt he would be doing this one day, but I'd be on the pitcher's mound.
Well, he's going to be on the mound soon enough, so we're looking forward to, obviously, happy Easter. Cool to spend some time with the Agnos. We'll be back.
One of the all-time great families in ECU sports history.
Jake and Zach, both one of the all-time greatest people in Pirate athletic history.
They got it from their mama.
From their mama.
Happy for the family, happy for Zach, but if I hear that Travis Scott song one more time, I'm going to scream.
I didn't even notice it. Shout out Nico as well.
Absolutely.
Man, that was really, really cool. And to see Jake there, all the struggles he's had health-wise, trying to make it, but to be there to support his family was awesome.
Somebody commented on this, too, and I can't remember who it was, but they said he looked so calm out there. He did look like he wasn't rattled. He didn't look nervous.
I think it's the mustache.
And maybe it was the mustache that made him look confident, but I'm sure he had some nerves and butterflies. And I couldn't imagine being called up and then getting there and then them saying, hey, you got to get in the ball game. So.
And the Rockies had won 3 games to that point.
Yeah. And then he also, I just thought about this. He was in the game late with a
crucial spot.
1-run lead.
8th inning.
Man.
And they won that game.
And they won against my Nats.
1-0 with Zach Agnos on the mound for the Colorado Rockies.
That's the good, man, that's the good stuff.
It is. It's the highlight of the weekend right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Skip says, hey, Skip.
Skip.
Pike. Oh, yeah. Shannon Sharp in the news. Pike said he liked the stream. Go Pirates.
What's up, Pike?
Hey, Pike. Lane says, does anybody know if you won't be able to park in your parking spot this year for baseball again because of the spring game in the tower lot?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
I do not know, Lane.
I feel like you might have to call the office up there. Ask. I don't know.
Okay,
I have no idea.
relax.
I feel like I should have an answer, and I feel bad that I don't. Like I want to help Lane out and have an answer for him, but I don't have an answer.
Ask some ECU folks.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know if they return my calls.
I think you just park wherever, honestly.
Is that your advice? All right, that's what Jared says.
Nope.
Jamie says, assuming you guys will have Kuiper on for the draft this week.
Todd.
Will you reach out?
Yeah.
See if he can come on.
I don't think he's that busy this
He
week.
has been on Pirate Radio before, right?
Mel Kuiper.
I thought I heard that once.
We've had Sal Powell.
Y'all have?
Yeah.
I met him in Charlotte.
Rodney Harrison.
Rodney Harrison's been on.
George South.
Yeah.
Brock Anderson.
We've had Tree Hollins on.
Who?
Tree Hollins.
Cool. It'd be cooler if we had Tree Rollins on.
Tree Rollins, sorry.
But Tree Hollins.
Tree Rollins was on with the great Jeff Charles.
You are correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right.
Back in 2017 was when we had Mel Kiper on.
Really?
Yes, I have it right here.
This program.
Well, I don't remember that.
Do you have
Hold on
audio?
1 second. Yes,
it was
I do.
on Live at 5.
Yep. Hang
Not
on.
Pirate Radio Live.
Mel Kiper answered a question on Zay Jones.
Okay.
Actually. Hold on 1 second. Here it is.
Zay Jones, I've said all along, I think he's a borderline first. At worst, a second. Reminds me a little bit of Hines Ward, the way he competes for the football, the way he'll block. He's not a guy that's going to get a ton of separation. He's not going to outrun people after the catch, and pick up tons of yardage after the catch. But he's a gamer. He blocks. He'll shake off a drop and come back and play hard next play. He's a hustler. He loves to play the game. Great bloodlines with his father Robert, former first-round pick of the Cowboys, linebacker out of East Carolina.
All right.
Nice. I like the way.
I'm starting to notice that he just says things. Like
I like the way he blocks.
Now, was he on with us?
Yes.
Okay. All
Yes. As a matter of fact, it was. I can give you the exact date.
Let's hear it.
Hold on 1 second. I got to get back down here. It's in.
What time was it, too? What time of the day was it?
I can tell you when the file was created.
Central Time Zone, please.
Hold on. Mel Kiper. Where are you?
We will continue on and say
April 24th of 2017.
Thank you, ma'am. Nearly the 8-year anniversary.
We'll have a celebration.
Which means
this Thursday's the 24th, draft day.
There you go, Jared.
Hey.
And it says a lot about Zay Jones that he's still making money in the NFL all these years later.
Playing for the Cardinals.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Nope.
John says, terrible ending to Mania. Travis Scott ruined it. I'd argue that Triple H or whoever booked that ruined it.
Who booked this crap?
Yeah, that sucked. But I'm not going to be one of those guys. I'm going to talk about what I loved about WrestleMania. First of all, isn't the common thought that, like, one-on-one is better than triple threat, fatal four-way? I feel like there was a lot of triple threats, fatal four-ways.
A lot of multi-person matches.
However, they were awesome.
Yeah.
So, Punk and Rollins and Roman was great with the Heyman and the Nard shots. Was the best match the women's triple threat?
Yeah, probably.
That was awesome. I don't know much about Sky.
EO Sky.
Yeah.
It's blue.
But I love Ripley. I like Belair.
Bianca.
I thought they were all awesome. So kudos to them for that match. Hold on. We'll get you in a second, Will. The Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
Dirty Dom winning.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was probably the best moment for me. I mean, obviously, big Cena guy. I love seeing him get the 17th, but Dirty Dom.
I was pulling for Penta. But by the end of it, I was very happy to see Dom win, and I'm interested to see where they go with his character.
I like those multi-man matches where it's like, no matter who wins, I'm happy. Any of the four would have been cool with me.
Dirty Dom.
What else did I like?
Oh, is that Rey Mysterio's son?
Yes.
Actually, it's Eddie Guerrero's
and he is awesome. He got the most natural, like, real heel heat that the WWE has seen in a long time.
He's the biggest babyface in the company.
It's really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, Will, what did you like or dislike?
The women's triple threat. All three of them are used to stealing big shows, and they did it again. And Joe Hendry.
Oh, I love the RKO off screen out of nowhere. It was great.
I thought it was going to be Rusev. I thought we were going to see Aiden English. walk through
Rusev
those doors.
India.
But
Rusev Machka.
But Joe Hendry's the right guy for moments like that on big shows, and I wasn't pleased with the main event, but
yeah, it sucked.
It was,
but
a
interested to
finisher
see
fest.
what happens now.
Yeah.
Like for Cody's, God, they told that huge long story, and then to end it with Travis Scott.
Yeah,
that's lame.
Yeah, I
Very
think he's
lame.
going to go away for a little bit and get it back at SummerSlam, and they're going to let Cena feud with some of his, like, I think we're going to get Randy at Backlash in St. Louis, and then some of his older rivals for the summer, and then Cody will get it back at SummerSlam.
All right.
I think the biggest match coming out of WrestleMania is women versus motor vehicles. Because Stone Cold damn near ran over a lady, and then some lady did get run over by a golf cart after the show.
Well, a classic jump in front of the golf cart.
Classic.
Grab my neck.
See dollar signs. Let me. My neck, my back, my neck, and my back.
Steve Austin would never hit a woman.
No, not with a
on an ATV.
Hell no. What? How about a knuckle sandwich? What? Please don't pull up my mugshot. What?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Speaking of wrestling, Steve says, "Hey yo." Oh man.
Loved the amount of Razor's Edges.
First two matches, we had Razor / Outsiders Edges in those matches. That was cool. PJ says hello. Hey PJ.
So PJ.
Hello. Let's see if we can get Corey Glore in here to
Hello. So he's in town this weekend.
diss some folks.
Wow. I didn't know like those guys travel for baseball. I just thought.
What do you think they did?
Yeah, what did you think they did?
Well, I just thought it's an ESPN Plus broadcast, even though we're on you this weekend.
He does radio.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse me.
Yeah, are you in the biz or?
I think you're out of the biz.
I'm green.
Jenny says, I love the colored jerseys the Rockies were wearing. Ugh, looks good on you. Yeah, they were loud.
Who cares about jerseys, man?
Very boisterous.
Good work.
Thank you. I'm pretty smart.
Let's see. Mike P said, can't wait for Thursday when millions of Americans pretend they know anything about O-line and their team just drafted.
And Zay Jones, and he's so good, and I like the way he blocks.
You're not getting a blocker, but I like the way he blocks.
Yeah, I don't pretend to know the guys, but I am not being sarcastic like you, Mike P, when I said I am excited about Thursday.
I am too.
Because my buddy, the Shield, CW, has his annual draft party.
I just got the confirmation, and there he is, right there. He said, awesome.
A lot of fun. Do our props. Watch the draft with NFL fans.
Have a little food, cold bevs.
Jamie says, who would you want on your show the most? Kuiper, Schefter, or McShay for draft week, or other? And he says, R.I.P. Chris Mortensen and John Clayton.
I wish Gruden was a draft analyst.
He's a quarterback. He does the quarterback film study thing.
Here's a guy, man. I like this guy.
Friday, I watched a nearly 1 hour long interview, Gruden and Jaden Daniels.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
He got me feeling nicey.
I would love to have Frank Caliendo as Mel Kiper on the show.
That would be fun, and he could do his other voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really.
Todd.
If you could have one guest on right now, let's go NFL, NBA. We can do MLB, I guess.
Well, outside of that guy, no.
Let's go media personality.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. What's up, big dog?
Dwayne Johnson.
He's in the UFL.
What sport is he? Football?
He's technically the owner of the UFL, and he no-showed their opening day.
That'd be cool if we could get him on here and he couldn't go on WrestleMania.
I would love it. Maybe he will do a Zoom call from his island abode that he refuses to leave for whatever reason.
I watched the Braves Friday night on Apple TV, and they had Dontrell Willis talking to Chris Sale. I'd like to have Dontrell Willis on. He was a cool player, and I guess he's a good analyst. I don't know, but I like him.
I'd love to have Howie or Terry on the show.
Yeah, I'll take Howie.
Those are my favorite talking heads.
Give me Howie.
John?
Give me Hubie Brown for basketball.
Oh, man. Love him.
Give me Hubie Brown for basketball.
What a call, dude.
He just retired, but hey, he's got plenty of time to come on Pirate Radio.
Yeah.
Talk about East Carolina.
Wait, you want Hubie Brown to talk about East Carolina?
I'm going to say, Hubie, what do you know about East Carolina?
As Johnny
Be like, I don't know.
As Johnny Hoops just said, we need a Hoops portal ad to get this thing going. Yeah, we don't.
Did you hear? Have you heard? Cam Hayes in the portal.
Yeah, no eligibility.
I didn't think he had any eligibility left.
Well, somebody posted it.
Maybe, look, maybe he wants a degree. Like, maybe we should start posting
academic portal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's what it's all about.
It's so fun.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Or if you switch your major, you can be at East Carolina. And you can say, I'm in communications.
Where at?
Sorry. I'm here at East Carolina. And I'm in communications. But I want to transfer to a new department. I want to go to like science or something, or biology.
What's your major? Science.
I want to go to arithmetic.
I'm a professor of logic.
For NFL, who do we want?
Howie Long.
Marv Albert would be cool.
Yes, I did bite that lady, but it was just kinky sex.
Yes. Oh man,
I was wearing her lingerie.
Let's get Chris Berman on.
Boom. Whoop. Will, you are dying to say something in your best Faith Over Fear shirt.
Kevin Harlan.
Oh.
Or Ian Eagle. Two of my favorites.
Yeah, I like those.
I like Kevin Harlan. I like that pool.
You know who Kenny wants to get on? Jerry Jones, to talk about the Glory Hole days.
I want to come on Pirate Radio Live.
I want me some Glory Hole.
And talk Cowboy football. And I want to talk about that 5'2" running back we have, and talk about his measurements.
Jerry.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and Glory Hole.
I want to get Jamie Foxx on to talk about talking to
He's
Jerry
a good
Jones.
friend of mine. Jamie is a good guy. And I'm not talking about Jamie from YouTube Live. I'm talking about Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx has been in some awesome movies.
Yeah.
Is he underrated?
Collateral. I say he's
Ray.
Django.
Mm-hmm.
He played a good Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's not, because Ray couldn't see. Let's take a break.
That's tough.
We'll come back, hear from BB Brian Bailey, as he will join us to talk about what's going on in the world of deportes. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
The date is set, and the time is now to make plans to join us for the Greenville's Art Bowl of the Year on Saturday, April 26th at the Hilton. The Greenville Museum of Art invites you to its premiere event featuring live music from Trainwreck, fine dining, dancing, and auctions. For tickets and more information, go to gmoa.org/art-ball. Join the celebration.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is announcing the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has incentives up to $11,000 on Ram trucks, or you can choose employee pricing on a new Ram. Choose savings up to $9,000 on a new Jeep or employee pricing. It's Freedom of Choice pricing for a limited time in Washington. Visit WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and go see Kyle Gaines and the great staff on Highway 264 in Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Sauls with EliteTruck.com, Eastern North Carolina's premier choice in commercial truck and van equipment. Come join us in downtown Little Washington on May 10th for our first ever Elite Truck Fest, which will include a truck meet competition, raffles, live music, food, and other family-friendly activities. All proceeds from this event will be going towards supporting Beaufort County high schoolers gain valuable apprenticeship experience in their desired trade. Visit EliteTruck.com for more information.
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Nomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Pirate Radio.
Would you rather defy your masters and live by the creed of pirates?
We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. The Buccaneer Music Hall, your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates. Kick off your week with us tonight with sports trivia, Tuesday and Wednesday acoustic nights featuring local talent, Thursdays fun with singo and karaoke, and weekends get your groove on with the best live music every Saturday and Sunday. See you at the Buck where the music never stops. Now, back to the show.
Thank you, Hayden. Who's hosting sports trivia tonight?
I don't know.
I wonder.
Some weirdo.
It's him.
His name is Clip Brock.
Some creep.
Clifton Lloyd Brock the third.
Middle name's Lloyd?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was my grandpa's name. Well, it is that passed away. Yeah, that was his name.
All right. Yeah. You can still have it. I hope they don't take my name away from me when I die.
The one thing they can't take away from you, Clip.
That's right. My grandfather, who has also passed away, who was also Clifton Lloyd Brock Sr., said the one thing they can't take away from you is education. So, all right.
I've been told that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Try to take it away from me. I dare you. Nobody has, and nobody will.
Trying to take my R1 education away.
That's right.
So when I graduated, we weren't in R1, and neither were I wasn't graduated. So does it cross over?
I graduated from an R1 university.
Yes.
Okay.
When I say that I graduated from East Carolina, they say that R1 school, and I'm going to say, yeah.
What's your middle name?
Waylon.
After Waylon Jennings?
No, it's
no.
Oh,
please,
no, please, no.
Wayland. It was my grandpa's middle name.
Very cool.
Wayland.
Yeah.
Chandler, your middle name?
Brooks.
Brooksy, which you don't know how to spell.
Yes.
Hayden. Hey. Hi. What's your middle name?
Hayden Marie. Is it Marie?
No, that's kind of basic. It's Hayden
Sorry.
Riley.
Riley.
Is that with an I or a Y?
It's spelled R-Y-L-E-Y.
Oh, my God. You're so white. Shirley.
That's different.
What's your middle name? Shirley.
What?
What's your middle name?
D.
D who?
D's nuts.
You know what?
You can't say that on the radio, man.
You can't say all
Hey, we're not on ZMB anymore, pal.
I was talking about like cashews.
That's for
and
competition,
almonds.
man.
Shut up.
Will, what's your middle name? William
Joseph.
Willie Joe.
I feel like everybody is excited for Monday. I don't know, just
The vibes are high.
When you have a 3-day weekend.
I mean, we're coming off of an East Carolina series win.
It was a long weekend.
Long weekend. We're coming off an East Carolina series win. Zach Agnos getting his MLB debut.
Where did he go to college?
Of course, East Carolina. He went to an R1 school.
Oh, yeah, they mispronounced East Carolina on the broadcast last night, too.
Did they say East Carolina?
No, they said,
They said East
I believe they said East Carolina State University.
Oh, no.
And then he corrected himself and said East Carolina University, but it was incorrect the first time
Now
they
let's
said it.
send it over to Zach's brother, Jeff. What's up?
Jack.
I
mean, Jake.
Ja. All right. Yeah, we're excited on this Monday.
All right.
Canes playoff win.
Yes.
I like that.
Let's go, Canes. And I looked at it today or yesterday. No trivia hockey playoff this week.
Cool. I said it last week.
I know, and I forgot, man. And I had some hope that we would have it. I was hoping you were wrong, but you were right.
The Lakers might be in trouble.
Yeah.
It's one game. They figured it out.
I hope so.
I hope so.
All right, let's hear my chat with Double B, Brian Bailey, as we talk about all these great things going on in the world of sports. Here's myself and Brian Bailey. Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, he's a Hall of Famer. He is WNCT Channel 9 Sports Director, host of the Brian Bailey Show. He is Brian Bailey joining us. Hello, BB.
Hello. How's it going?
It is going good. You just asked me before we went on what I did this weekend, and I thought about it and didn't do much of anything, but I did watch and follow a lot of sports. Yesterday, went by the parents' house for a little Easter meal, and they like to have WNCT Channel 9 on.
Good.
At most times.
Great people.
And saw one of my dad's favorite sports anchors, Zach Kaplan, live in Raleigh following Carolina's win in Game 1 of Round 1 of the playoffs. Hurricanes hockey, playoff hockey back, BB. Something to kind of get excited about. Good win yesterday.
Yeah, it really is. And we're on the eastern part of the state, but Raleigh's only, 80, 90 miles away, and you can get there pretty easily. And we don't get a chance to do a lot of hurricane coverage during the regular season, except we do show the highlights most nights when they play a regular season game. But the playoffs are a little different, and you can tell just, all the, the towels and the waving the towels and just the excitement, the enthusiasm, and a lot of people pay a lot of money to go to those games, and it's a neat experience.
It's been about 10 or 12 years that I got into soccer for a little while, and the main reason I did was seeing the crowds, and it was like, if this many people are into this, then there's got to be something to it at least. And I feel that way about playoff hockey too, that if you're on the fence about the Hurricanes or hockey in general, just flip a game on and see how electric the building is, and it'll wrap you up into it. It'll get you excited. And they played great yesterday, kind of a wire-to-wire win for Carolina, and go up 1-0 over the Devils, and hoping to make a long run.
Yeah, play again on Tuesday night. So those home games are very important because the Canes just play better at home, and they have home ice advantage this series, but they won't have it next series, most likely. So we'll have to see how they fare when they have to go on the road for games 1 and 2, if they advance after this series.
Followed a little bit of the NBA playoffs, watched some of those games, a lot of blowouts on Sunday, some good games on Saturday. So keeping a little bit of an eye on that. Watch some Major League Baseball. Braves get a nice sweep over the Twins.
They needed it, didn't they?
They needed it big time. In fact, I said Friday, they're down 4-0. That might have been a season-saving win against Minnesota when they came back and beat the Twins. But watched some of that. Saw highlights and clips of Zach Agnos's MLB
How about
debut.
that? Yeah.
Boy, that happened in a hurry.
It
Gets
did.
called up, goes in, pitches a scoreless eighth. They're doing the man. I love this about Major League Baseball when a guy makes his debut and they got the family section.
Oh, yeah, that's
on
neat.
video, and saw the interview with Jake and their mother, and man, that gave you a little goosebumps.
Yeah,
there.
and if you heard the interview, I mean, they talk about they wish that Nico was there, the dad. He passed away unexpectedly 2 or 3 years ago, I guess, but maybe longer than that. But and you kind of feel for Jake because Jake's been injured the whole time. He really hasn't had a chance to have his baseball career. I think he's had 3 surgeries. He told me. So last I talked to Jake, he was still trying to make a run at it, but
I think
still
no longer with the Yankees organization,
right?
I believe, but he has had some tough luck. But to see him there supporting his brother was awesome.
Well, they got a great family. We sat with them actually because Jake spoke at the baseball banquet this past year, and so we sat with his family at the banquet, and they were great, and they've always been just super great to Bella. I mean, one year it was her birthday, and Zach and Jake sang happy birthday to her and sent it to her. So I mean, there's a great family.
I think the Rockies had 3 wins going into yesterday, and now they are 1-0 with Zach Agnew.
There you go. He may be the he may be the turnaround.
Turn the whole dang franchise.
Did you see the
around.
Cubs the other day with the Diamondbacks and all the runs scored in that game? It was nuts.
In the 8th, it was double digits.
I think
right?
Arizona scored 10 in the 8th, and the Cubs came back and still beat them. But it was just.
Was it a windy day at Wrigley?
Hit? Yeah, it was blowing out, and I think Hap hit. I think it was Hap that hit the grand slam to give the Cubs. I think they were up 7-1, and then they gave up 10. It was just a wild day at Wrigley Field. And you have one like that every once in a while.
Yeah, the UAB Blazers played a little home run derby.
Oh
on
man,
Saturday.
that was hard to watch when it got late because it just seemed like whoever the Pirates went to they couldn't get anybody out, and all of a sudden UAB became the 27 Yankees. I mean they just.
ECU up 8-1, and get blown out in the game. But and I saw somebody put this out there that it's one of those series wins that almost doesn't feel like a series win because you lose so bad in Game 3. But they did the job on Thursday and Friday to earn the series win. So they needed that. Got State coming up on Tuesday, and then home for Tulane this weekend.
Yeah. So that game was. They were up, 2-0 in the series, and they go up 8-1. You kind of think, hey, put it in cruise control, it's over. But Melissa was watching it with me. I said, it's got all the makings of 8-3, 8-5, 8-7, and then it got worse from there.
Well, they always say there's no clock in baseball, and
there's
I
not.
roll my eyes at that sometimes, but that was a great example of it.
Exactly.
On Saturday and in that Cubs game that we talked about. Some wild ones there. Also, it is time for spring football, the spring game coming up this weekend, Bailey, and I plan to be out there at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium on Saturday. Kind of a love-hate thing with spring football. I like it because it's football. I don't like it because you don't get too much out of it, and also they take it away from you. I feel like I'm crying right now. They take it away from you, Bailey.
Man,
and they don't bring it back.
It'll be all right, Clip.
We don't get it till September.
We'll get it back. We promise.
It's a little taste, and it's an important one, obviously, for Blake Harrell being his first.
Yeah, and I asked him on my show today, I said, you walk around practice sometimes and pinch yourself because, you're the head football coach at East Carolina. You got a great opportunity, and he's turned it around so far. Got a tough schedule this year. There's no question, and this is not an easy football schedule. It doesn't matter who it is. But it's East Carolina's football schedule, and it's very difficult. But it all starts against NC State, the rematch from the Military Bowl, and that'll be a lot of fun leading up to that.
I'm excited for this offense. I got question marks on the defense, so that's going to be an area of concern for me going into this season. But talking to Rajay last week, he says this offense, despite what they lost, should be even better.
I think so.
Year 2 of JDB.
Right.
He loves the running backs. We know about Marlon Gunn and Montgomery to a certain degree. But Engelman, I think
we saw him the other day, and he finished strong in that scrimmage on Saturday. I mean, he really looked good. So
another year of Caiden Hauser, this time starting week 1,
right,
as the quarterback. Which Blake Harrell said if the season started today, he'd be
fine.
Go, right?
Yeah.
Question is what you got. What do you have after Hauser, because Garcia entering the transfer portal?
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. I think they really wanted to keep him around because he brings you a very talented backup to help things out. His was a mystery to me of how he played, because I thought he had signs and signals that he was going to be just outstanding, and then he threw a couple of interceptions and you kind of scratch your head. So I don't know if he was just forcing the ball down the field or what the deal was, but I hope he finds a nice spot and lands something that'll make him a better quarterback.
Been asking this question: do you think ECU's backup quarterback is on the roster right now?
I think so. I mean, I haven't heard anything that said they're always looking in the portal and that kind of thing. But I think it's Raheem Jeter's had enough. Coming through the year, this is his 3rd year, isn't that right? He's been around a while.
So.
And I think he's been very patient, and I think he deserves the second slot. But if there's somebody out, the problem is here is that you don't usually have quarterbacks who want to go play backup in the portal. They got in the portal to go make themselves some money and be a first-string quarterback
somewhere.
Yeah.
How about a guy at UCLA? I guess they brought in Joey Aguilar from App State, and then Nico demands more money at Tennessee. They say no. He ends up at UCLA, and now Aguilar is back in the portal. So, one off season, 3 teams for Aguilar.
Man,
at App State.
It always seemed to me you're supposed to go to college with the idea of getting a degree, and how these guys are even going to come close to a degree. Here's another question for you,
Bailey.
I know. But here's another question: how do they know? If they go to class, but how do they know what building to go to when they bounce around so much?
That's all online.
It took me 3 years to find a library at Old Dominion.
That's a nice thought, but think about Miami in the 80s and, Florida and then Florida State in the 90s. They didn't care about class.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, am
I
wrong?
agree. No,
I mean, it's a good thought, but the whole.
But you have to stay eligible somehow, don't you?
Yeah, they find ways to do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sorry, folks. I'm a little cynical.
No,
when it comes to college
that's all,
athletics.
folks. Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Tis what it is. I think was it Cardell Jones, quarterback at Ohio State, who said it best. I didn't come here to play school. I came here to play football.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was one of the all-time great lines. And coaches in a perfect world do want their players to succeed and be great, but they also want to win games so they can get contracts and keep their jobs.
I get it.
So.
I get it. It's just you would think they have to stay eligible somehow.
You would think.
Yeah.
NFL draft coming up on Thursday, Bailey. Looking forward to that. Again, kind of a taste of the NFL before they take it away until the fall. But what you thinking about your Cowboys? I'm
hoping that they trade down and get a couple of extra picks, and I think they could probably get somebody at say 20 or 22 that they could have gotten. I'm afraid they're going to take somebody at 12 that they could have gotten at 22. That's what I'm thinking. But I think they're going to go wide receiver. I don't know if they'll go running back because I don't know if they're going to want to pay a running back a lot of money down the line.
I feel like it's
it could be Omarion Hampton or Genty.
I'm very interested to see what happens with him. I think he's going to be really good. Talked about him with Ken Watlington the other day. But maybe not a Starfield draft, but a deep draft. That's kind of the consensus, I guess. Like Travis Hunter is a star, but what is he going to be in the NFL? Is he going to play both sides or focus on one? I don't know about the quarterbacks with Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward, but is he going to be a great Shadur Sanders up there? And who knows? Could be one of those years where you get a diamond in the rough in round 2 or 3.
Did you see where somebody said that a freshman had a big game in the spring game at Colorado, and they were going to retire his jersey the first game? That's some weird stuff going on there.
University of Dion out there, Colorado.
Yeah.
He's calling all the shots right now.
I guess. Yeah,
the 13-11, I think record. You get your jersey retired.
Wow.
But I don't put much stock into that either, and that's got to piss off some old Colorado.
Oh, you would think. I mean, Colorado won a national championship one year, didn't they? With Bill McCartney.
It might have been like one of
those co-national championships when it was. Yeah.
And if we're retiring jerseys, somebody said there's a 47 out there running around at ECU right now. They should not have a 47.
No,
playing at least this year.
Right.
You don't have to retire it, but give it a rest for our guy Rajay.
Give it a rest for Rajay.
There'll never be another 47.
Put 47, my guy, right there.
My guy. Oh, you got a good my guy from Rajay last week when I talked to him.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's
All
funny
right.
because last Monday you're telling Freeman he calls everybody my guy.
Everybody my guy.
And then I was talking about the run against State, and I said, oh, yeah, Brian Bailey said that was a top 3, top 5 play all time. He said, my guy.
My guy.
Make you feel good, don't it?
It does. It does
My
make you
guy
feel
from
good.
Rajay.
Yeah.
All right, BB. A big edition of the Brian Bailey Show. Blake Harrell and another one of your guys, Damon Magazoo.
Damon Magazoo.
Anything Coach Harrell said that made your ear perk up at all?
No, I just think that every time you talk to him, you get the sense of how thankful he is for this position and how he feels like that this is his chance and he
he's
really
giving everything to
and
him.
he gives everything. I mean, he accepts the challenge and he's so humble. We were talking about being. I told him it was a privilege to kind of ride through there with him because it was kind of like I saw it right in front of me, and he said that he thanked me and thanked some other people that got him in the right direction because man, when he was taking water through a fire hose for sure. And when he first started, because the head coach has to do a little interview for radio at halftime, then he runs off, and in the game you have responsibilities, and so it was an army to have got him around and get him straight. But I think he enjoyed the entire thing.
Did he thank you when you said you didn't think you would get the job?
No, I didn't.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
No, that just tells you that, and you talked about it being on that ride with him. That it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get it to. Well, he's got a chance.
Oh, it was the whole realm. I mean, it started out like the odds were astronomical, and then they got less astronomical, and then by the fourth game it was like, well, maybe this would work.
Another one or two.
Yeah. So
and capped it off with a win over NC State in the
most
bowl
certainly
game, awesome
did.
Stuff. Bailey, appreciate you joining us. Check out the Brian Bailey Show.
Sounds good.
Awesome
Take care.
hour with
Beep, beep. Brian Bailey joining us. Great edition of the Brian Bailey Show. If you missed it earlier, it's coming up 6 o'clock on Pirate Radio with Blake Harrell and Damon Magazoo, available at your leisure on YouTube. Check it out. Pirate Radio TV. Let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 1 here on Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after these messages.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. If you're looking for a vehicle just at the low end of the price scale, you can get that. And if you're looking for a high-end vehicle, you can get that late model, high-quality car, truck, SUV, basically for anybody at any price range.
That's right. We communicate with people all the time looking for something like that, and we stay in contact and find the exact vehicle that they want to fit their needs.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. Go online at driveherenow.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and get a Shackaroni pizza for only $12.99. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
At U.S. Cellular, we created an event called Us Days to celebrate our customers, like Gary here.
We get exclusive deals like $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. It's a celebration so big, it feels like they wrote a hype song just for me.
Go Gary! Go Gary!
Celebrate Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Pirate Radio, bringing you the best content on air and on digital. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility cost. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Vacation spots are right here in our own very backyard. Take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncparks.gov. Now, back to Cliff.
All right, thanks. Hey, we got Will here, Chandler
in the building,
Jared. Chandler was watching Kimba Walker highlights.
Okay.
I said, hey, after this, throw in some Jason Williams. So watching a little White Chocolate. While we've got 5 minutes left before we need to take a break, let's talk about our favorite highlight tapes to watch. We've done this before, but not with Will, maybe not with Jared. So I'll start the bidding. I love Jason Williams, Randy Moss. I've got a non-baseball, football, basketball one that I love that I watch at least once a year. Roy Jones Jr., because he would like put his gloves behind his back. He would shake his head. Like, he was the ultimate showman in boxing. And his highlight tape, which has a song rapped by him on the highlight tape, is fun to watch on YouTube.
So I'll start the bidding there.
For baseball, Brandon Phillips defensive highlights.
Okay.
He had a flashy glove.
I didn't mention baseball. Big Papi, one of the most clutch players of all time, has a great clutch highlight package.
Rookie Mike Trout highlights.
Okay.
Really, really good.
All right.
I don't really go that route a lot, watching the highlights, but if
but we're doing a segment on it.
That's why I was going into if I do. It's Chris Johnson in the NFL.
Got to get away from the cop speed.
Got to get away from the cop speed.
But the one I go to all the time is 2016 Derek Carr.
Okay, I'm not watching that.
Football.
Sorry, dude. You've gotten like great quarterbacks in your life, like Mark Brunell, Donovan McNabb, Jason Campbell. You have highlight tapes to watch. I just have that 1 year of Derek Carr.
Cam Newton highlights, specifically his MVP year.
Wait, were you being?
Yeah.
I can't tell which way you were being.
I was being facetious.
Okay.
Joking.
Well, I've got a highlight tape of a quarterback now if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I would. Hey, that was a great season. I'd go back and watch that.
I think like Bo Jackson would be a Raider I would watch.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't go that route, and that was the only one I was alive for. Where it's like
you don't swing that way.
Yeah, hey, you know,
you're not into that stuff.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Do you watch Antonio Brown Raiders highlights?
What did he do? Like get on a helicopter? Or something?
He called Mike Mayock a slur for whites, which I don't think are a thing, but
which you agree with?
Does he?
Oh yeah, I would have called him something much worse. He got in the cryo tub and froze his feet off damn near.
I love that one. What did he call him? A C word?
Yeah. Well, not.
And now he's turned it into the C word of the week.
Yeah, and which Mike Mayock has never and will never win.
Wow. Okay. Will, highlight tapes you like?
Tavon Austin has the greatest highlight tape of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott, my first favorite football player.
Okay.
At Ohio State.
All right.
And Odell Beckham for football. And
oh yeah, he's probably
Kai Jones dunks. Kind of an under the
Wait,
radar.
the Hornets guy that like crashed out?
Yeah, his dunk package is unreal. And then I just recently
package is what?
Sorry, Will. Don't worry about these guys. They're children.
Just recently saw a Yankees Mark Teixeira highlight tape on TikTok, and I'm a big Mark Teixeira guy because of my Yankees fandom. So that one.
We should give Hayden some homework to go watch some of these.
Hayden, Yasiel Puig when he bursted on the scene. That's pretty special.
Yeah,
those highlights are pretty cool.
That home run in the World Series where he slammed the bat and the pitcher slammed the glove.
Jamie says Peyton Manning and Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is a great one.
I have two non-sports ones: Norm Macdonald and Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, I mean, we're not. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I like
boring.
Greg Giraldo, if we're going that route.
I've heard Chris Carter highlights are fun to watch.
Chris Carter, the best toe tap sideline catcher in NFL history.
O.J. Simpson. Those are some good highlight tapes.
Not a Jew, according to the Adam Sandler song.
Gotcha.
Is not a Jew.
They could not catch O.J.
No. He had to get away from the cop speed. He murdered the competition.
Which was slower than people might think.
Yeah.
Al Jefferson post highlights. It's magical. It's poetry in motion.
If you want to watch how basketball is meant to be played,
yes.
Al Jefferson post highlights, chef's kiss.
The best.
Puts a smile on my face every time. Dennis Rodman has a good highlight tape of him just rebounding and kicking his leg.
When they go, you go, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, karate kicking.
I mean, the greatest highlights is, this is all time. Right
Jason
here.
Williams' highlight tape is
look at this.
Yeah. Like, there's no need for him to do that.
He shouldn't have to do that.
No.
But he's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it anyway.
He didn't need to do any of this stuff, but he just does it.
Got games on TSN look weird.
Stupid Canadians.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We've got Caiden Norman joining us at some point. Justin Hardy, Ellerbe, and a lot more. All on the way. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina, Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by the Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to Cliff.
All right, thank you. Johnny Hoops says Larry Bird and Dr. J. Yeah, Larry Bird's probably the number one for me.
Magic Johnson.
No, Larry Bird.
Magic Johnson's got some good passing highlights.
So is Larry Bird.
Okay.
Dude, you don't even know. You like 12 years old, man.
I was not even born.
You don't even know. All right. Welcome back into the program. Whatever happened to Dame?
Is Damian Lillard your favorite basketball player?
He was, but I don't like him as much when he went to the Bucks.
Yeah, I liked him a lot better in Portland.
Music Hall.
It'd be cool to see Dame at the Bucks.
Yeah.
Because he's not playing basketball, right?
He should
major
be back.
Injury.
He should be back. They got the blood clot out.
Yeah, he had a bad deal.
Vaxxed.
Excuse me?
I was just making a joke.
Do you have Tourette's?
No.
All right, let's get an update on where we are. Well, we should probably talk a little ECU baseball. Pirates win the series, but it's one of those where, like, I saw somebody say it doesn't feel like a series win after you give up a major lead and all those bombs.
Yeah, you're up 8-1 early in the game, and then it was a domino effect of pitching on Saturday. I believe I counted 10 Pirate pitchers on the bump for East Carolina on Saturday. So, and not a good start for Sean Jenkins.
Yeah, I saw the scores like 7-1. I'm like, all right, cool. I can check out. Don't need to check this anymore. And woke up yesterday. I said, dang.
5 earned on 8 hits for Jenkins. Lance gave up 1 run in 1 inning, and then he had a lot of relievers give up runs. Zayak gave up 2 in a third. D'Lo 2 in a third. Nick Moran 2 and 1 in the third. Colby Wallace 3 and 2/3 of an inning.
Now Zach Kaplan's probably asking what's wrong with Ian White because he only threw 4 pitches.
Well, what's wrong with him?
I don't know.
Nothing. That's just the change they needed to make.
He hit a batter while he was in. Pirates had 2 hit by pitches and 4 walks. Not bad.
I mean,
hey, all you complaining about the walks. What do you want to do? Serve up home runs? So that was a brutal way to end that series, but they do win the first 2, and for the most part, you could say bats were pretty good against UAB.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday, 16. Was it Friday? Oh, no, Friday. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. Friday, 16 hits, I believe.
Austin Ellerbe.
Yeah.
Herbs.
Maybe his second or third multi-home run game this year. So
we're living in Irby's dreamland.
Yes, sir.
Pirates at NC State. Jared will be there on Tuesday.
Yep, making the solo trip for the first time this season.
Where's Hey Hey?
Yeah, she's got school stuff.
Hayden ain't going to Raleigh?
Nah. It's great. I haven't worked a single game solo this year.
Maybe you should take Chris from Sports Trivia.
Solo.
I mean,
known as
I'll ask him tonight. Maybe he's off more.
He'd probably be like, I'll go.
I'll tell him we're going to Washington State.
I feel like he's laid back. I feel like he'd be like, sure.
He wears flip-flops all the time. So
that means he's a chill guy.
Yeah.
That is the number one sign of being a chill guy.
If you see somebody wearing flip-flops, especially with jeans.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially with jeans.
Just the next time you see somebody wearing jeans and flip-flops, just kind of sit back and admire that person.
I wore flip-flops for a little bit yesterday, and it just felt odd. I haven't worn flip-flops in such a long time.
Flip-flops with jeans has to feel really weird.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're right.
I have flip-flops. I wear them sometimes, but I'm just a big fan of the slide, slide on shoes, slide to the left, slide to the right, 2 hops this time, that kind of thing. Looking at the AAC baseball standings, boy, the Roadrunners trying to run away with it. They are 12-3 in league play, a couple of games up on South Florida, 3 games up on FAU, ECU, and Charlotte.
Still in it.
Shall I continue? Tulane sitting at 8-7. UAB and Rice both 5-10. Memphis and Wichita at the bottom of the league at 4-11. Those are your AAC baseball standings.
UTSA coming up in
Mother's Day weekend,
couple of weeks, and that's going to be a toughin' for the final home weekend of the regular season.
And we still have USF too, right? So an opportunity to get back in the race for the regular season title.
Yeah, I believe USF is our last series of the regular season.
So we've got UAB. Do we have one? I guess we've got one before.
We got Tulane this weekend, then on the road against
Tulane.
Wichita.
Okay.
And then UTSA comes to town, and then back on the road against USF.
And I guess we'll stay in Florida because then we will be having
Clearwater
the tournament in Clearwater. Does that happen every year?
Should we
I feel like
send?
this happened last year.
Should we send J-Bone there?
I'll be mad because I never went to Clearwater.
So you want to go?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll send him.
All right. Are you going to say something?
I was just going to say I hear that Clearwater's fun.
Softball Pirates swept by FAU over the weekend. You've got State coming up here on Tuesday in softball, and then on the road at UAB. And after that, it's a home series against North Texas, and then they are playing in the AAC tournament in Tampa. Shout out to Lax. Maybe I'm a little too lax on this team.
Yeah.
ECU lacrosse is 6-8. You're like,
Yeah, wolf. What's good on you?
Get out of here. But 4-1 in conference play. And we'll have William and Mary coming up Tuesday, non-conference. And then they got number 11, James Madison, coming up Saturday at noon.
That's huge.
For a chance to win the conference, which will be awesome. They have clinched their spot in the AAC tournament, which is coming up May the 1st to be with you.
Same time as the spring game.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a bummer. Yeah. We'll be there on Saturday.
Yes, we will.
Us three in the box.
Yeah.
Town Bank Tower.
Nice.
If you have a fear of heights, do not go up there.
Yeah, I've been up there. It's a long way up.
Yep.
Haven't been to the Town Bank Tower in a while. Very long time.
It's probably a media day, probably.
Probably a media day, probably. The last time, seriously, the last time I remember being there for a football game was the first game ever up there against Central, and then it got lightninged out.
That would be A&T.
A&T, sorry. And then didn't go back for Sunday. I don't think I've been back since.
Was it built?
It was like, it was
halfway built?
Yeah.
Because I remember being a student and going both days, Saturday and Sunday, and it was weird because I feel like half of it was not even built yet.
Yeah, it was under construction.
Was that you had a box?
Oh, rain box game.
A rain box game, yeah.
Did you listen to the Bud Light pregame tailgate?
I'm sure I did.
Did you say, you know what, I could do that guy's job?
Yeah. I did. I grew up listening to you and Shirley on the post-game show.
Nice. Did you ever get up with tennis? See if they were able to be watched?
Did you ever get up with Tennis the Menace?
I never got up with tennis.
Yeah.
Never got up.
Never called them?
Do we know if they won?
I don't know.
It's just a big mystery. Let's see. Women's tennis, 7-13 overall this year. They lost to Wichita in the AAC women's tournament.
Dang.
Ending their
One and
season.
done.
Yeah. What a shame. But good season for women's tennis coach.
Amanda Tennis.
That's crazy that her last name is the sport she coaches.
Man, hey, great hearing Blake football today on the Brian Bailey Show.
Of course, Kristen Burgess.
Yes.
Who we're talking about. The women's tennis coach.
When are we going to have Mike Basketball on?
I reached out to Mike Basketball, to his people, and hadn't heard back.
It was great having Shane Softball on a couple weeks
We did have Shane Softball on last week. Blake Football was on the Brian Bailey Show.
He was.
Earlier. I think that's a good way to identify coaches moving forward.
Yeah.
The next head coach for your ECU football team, Blake Football.
Coach
Football.
May I speak to Chandler? Oh, Chandler Salesman? Yeah, he's here.
He's in his office. Who is this? This is Clip host.
That sounds like a real name.
Jared, what would your last name be?
Media guy.
Hey,
it's hyphen.
Jared, media guy. I like that. Kyle Guy. You related? All right. Cooper Flagg's in the draft.
Yes.
He is a Hornet. Cooper Flagg, you are a Charlotte Hornet.
Man, he could save us.
When is the lottery?
You look that up.
It's happening tonight, I think.
Yeah. They draw the numbers every night.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing one of those joke things. That's funny.
Thank you.
That's good. Coming up tonight, NBA playoffs, Pistons and Knicks, game 2. Knicks had a big fourth quarter, right? Big second half, and beat the Pistons in game 1. Nuggets came back to beat the Clippers in game 1.
When do we...
Draft lottery not too far away, Monday, May 12th.
That's a long...
Like
I might be alive.
All right.
I hope.
I hope so.
I hope so. When's our Lakers play again?
Tomorrow night. Game 2.
They figured it out the other night, man. They know how to stop Ant. Just put Luka on him. I read that somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't watch the game.
Will?
I mean, the Knicks answered the question that we all kind of had. Can they play physical enough to beat the
I
Pistons?
had that question.
Yeah, I remember asking that.
And for 3 quarters, it didn't look like it. But they got the Pistons bigs into foul trouble early, and they were able to kind of ride it out. And in the fourth quarter, Jalen Brunson did what he does. And then for about 50 minutes of that 53-minute game, the Clippers played better than the Nuggets, and then the Nuggets decided they wanted to hit every shot in overtime. But I think that series can go. I think both of the games that we're going to see tonight are part of series that can go to 7 games.
Clippers Pistons go 7.
It can.
I mean, it can go 4.
No, I mean,
yeah.
I think it more leans Knicks in 6, but I think with how good the Pistons are at home, it is very possible that it goes 7, and they can drag the Knicks into the deep end.
Do y'all remember probably like 10 years ago?
Probably. I think I'm going to remember this.
When the Knicks hired Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what the first thing he did was?
What did he do?
Was hire Lamar Odom. Who was on crack?
Phil Jackson tweeted for like the first time in 3 years yesterday. Did y'all see that?
Did he say something about the Pope?
No, but he did say something about religion. Again, the NBA tests faith by playing multiple games on Christmas and Easter, sacred days.
Shout out Phil.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
Say it again.
Oh, man. Hurricanes tweeted the day yesterday. After game 1 against the New Jersey Devils.
What do they say?
They tweeted, "Not today, Satan."
Because we're the Devils.
Now that's comedy.
That's some good tweeting there.
Comedy.
By the Carolina Hurricanes, who will play game 2 coming up on Tuesday.
Cool hearing Wade Minter's voice on ESPN yesterday.
ESPN.
And he was just on Pirate Radio.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that said, man, sucks for the Rockets who have spent these years putting together these draft classes, putting together a 52-win regular season, and their reward for all that is getting Steph Curry still playing and scoring 31 last night.
Yeah.
And he was awesome. So the Stars still, I thought I had a thing going. I thought I had a good thing going. I had back-to-back days going, just picking 4 stars to score 20 points and put it in a parlay.
Sounds good.
But it came to an end yesterday. And I worried about this because I saw every spread for the first 3 games of yesterday's playoffs were 13.5, 13.5, 12.5. And I was like, the only way I'm not going to hit this is if there's a blowout. And Ja had 17 points, but his team lost by 51.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
51.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not something you want to do in the playoffs.
You know what that sounds like?
Oh, dang.
That sounds like the Hornets in the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
The Raiders lost by 51 in a playoff game before.
Really?
I think it was like 54-3. We played the Bills.
What year was that?
It was the game after Bo Jackson's hip injury.
Wow.
Johnny Love has the tennis update for us. Johnny Gardner says Rice won the tennis tournament.
Thanks, Johnny.
Of course they did.
White.
Get out of Johnny.
Any other questions?
No, I think we pretty much hit everything.
I think we really need to dive into should the NBA play on Easter and Christmas.
They should not.
Let's get Phil Jackson on.
When should they play? Should the NFL play on Christmas?
Yes.
I like
That's a sacred sport.
I kind of like the idea, which I believe it is not going to pass, where like one particular team play. What are we watching, Chandler?
Jaden Daniels highlights.
Oh my God.
54 minutes worth.
Wrap up the show.
I knew this would tickle your fancy.
That one particular team should play on Christmas.
I don't like that.
Okay. You're not a big tradition guy. You're one of these kids.
No. I think you kind of get into something where we've been, I mean, not like the last 2 years with Thanksgiving where it's just like, oh, here's another Lions game. Because like you give it to the Chiefs, but then let's say 20 years from now, things are in the toilet and it's like, well, we got to watch the Chiefs.
He must not be a Masters fan. He doesn't like history or tradition.
That's terrible. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am not for those reasons, but I am ashamed of myself.
But there will be Christmas games moving forward, right?
Yeah, and I
In the
just think
NFL?
it should be a marquee matchup and not like, let's just give it to this certain team.
Okay.
And they're talking about it being the Chiefs, so I don't want that.
What do you think, John?
I don't know. I remember being young and
dumb,
turning on the TV and seeing basketball being played and just thinking, why is everybody at a basketball game on Christmas? Like,
not
why-
everybody celebrates Christmas, Chandler.
Once again, I was young and I didn't have that mindset. I thought that everybody celebrated Christmas, and I thought that nobody was out and about on Christmas. I thought everybody was home with their family. So it really puzzled me that people were at a basketball game on the day that Santa Claus dropped off gifts at their home. And I'm thinking, all right, did they already open up their gifts and then go to the basketball game or what?
You know what a lot of people hate that we all just kind of pretend we love? Hanging out with your family. You know what we do like? Sports.
I will say I am normally somebody who dreads to go home. This was probably the best weekend I've had with my family since I've not been a kid.
Good to hear.
Since 2008. No, it was a good weekend.
I had fun at my folks' house yesterday.
How was the chicken casserole?
It was good, but it was different kind of stuffing in it.
Right. Huh.
So my mom was worried about it, but it was really good.
Had some good barbecue chicken yesterday. Chocolate cake.
I went to Carolina Beach, visited my parents, ran into a guy wearing a Marlins sweatshirt.
Miami?
No.
Winterville?
Winterville, the Marlins.
Oh.
Not a sponsor.
No, I know. But so I asked him, and he was from Pungo, North Carolina.
Would have never guessed that's a place in North Carolina.
Near Pine Tops.
All right.
But no, it was great seeing my mom and my dad. We went home and saw my grandma on Saturday, went out to dinner with her, had lunch with her yesterday, and then I came on back here. Great long weekend.
Long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Good family time.
Yeah.
What do you think about, would you go to a playoff game, Hurricanes playoff game on Easter?
No. Not especially when the devil is in the building.
I think adding sports to your holiday is cool. Like, how many Lions families have done that for like decades and generations?
Probably a good amount of them.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
To add that to your holiday plans.
I do feel like it takes away from the whole family thing, though.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta be with my family. I gotta be like Brian Kelly.
Well, I mean, you can
have
just
my family here.
You have all weekend to do that.
A long weekend?
Yeah, literally.
But no, it's the day of when you're supposed to be with your family. The day of.
Why?
Because that's the day you celebrate.
Yeah, you're celebrating at the game with your family.
So the family's...
And then you go home and have Thanksgiving dinner because the game's at 11 a.m., right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's the last thing I want to do is watch a sporting event with my dad and his wife. If I'm watching a sporting event, I want to be alone, enjoy the thing.
Okay. Good discussion.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm picturing that this game right here is at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine.
And I'm disgusted at the people that are at FedEx Field.
I'm pretty sure this was on like September 13th.
First of all, this is called Northwest Stadium.
My bad.
No.
I'm disgusted because it's the Giants.
Oh, this was a great game, Will. The Giants had no kicker, so they had to go for it every time.
Yeah.
If y'all had a kicker, y'all would have won this game.
And we still would have won the game if Malik Neighbors didn't drop that fourth down.
Yeah, he's a bum.
Too bad he sucks.
That was the first time I was like, wow, Malik Neighbors isn't like fully there yet. Like,
oh yeah, this was week 2. I'm pretty sure.
Did we talk about on Thursday?
It might have been.
This is they're both 0-1.
Did we talk about on Thursday the Commanders having a new home in the future?
Yeah, RFK Jr. Stadium.
Oh, and we talked about we're not serving red dye. We're not selling hot dogs. We're only selling chicken nuggets for talent.
Oh, that's good.
Nothing but water.
Mike P says, what happens if Christmas falls on a Tuesday or Wednesday? It's damn Ruby Tuesday. He says, would the NFL make a team play one of those days?
Did it not just fall on a Wednesday this past year?
Definitely.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yep.
What a game this was.
Johnny says, Pungo is not near Pine Tops. Hashtag EdgeCo. Get your facts right.
Pylon tap. Pylon top.
He stepped out of bounds. Are you listening to the show you're on, dummy?
No, man. I'm watching the greatest highlights of all
I don't even think he's
time.
watching this either.
Take a break. We'll come back. Ellerbe said to join us. We got Justin Hardy. We got more. I'd love a text from Zach Agnos while we're live on the air. Hoping we can get one of those.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No, we don't.
That's what you're going to say when we do get him, though.
Looks like we will get Mike Maniscalco coming up on Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We'll take a break, come back, have more for you after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
At U.S. Cellular, we created an event called Us Days to celebrate our customers, like Gary here.
We get exclusive deals like $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. It's a celebration so big, it feels like they wrote a hype song just for me.
Go, Gary! Go, Gary!
Celebrate Us Days at U.S. Cellular. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Bring in any offer from CarMax, and they will beat it by $500. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time for bats, balls, and turkey calls. Working on that grand slam? Swing into turkey season with a perfect shotgun to knock that gobbler out of the park. Brite, Mossberg, Weatherby, Savage, Beretta, Rossi, CVA, and Browning, you name it, we've got it. Choose from the largest selection in Eastern NC. We'll make you blow fans away. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here.
The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Dixon Williams and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville is ready to make you an unbeatable offer on your trade-in. Bring in any offer from CarMax and they'll beat it by $500. That's right, $500 more than what they're offering guaranteed. With over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, Doug Henry of Greenville has the perfect ride waiting for you. Visit them on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial and experience why they're always right on the price. Check out their full inventory online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Don't miss out. Bring in your offer today and leave with a better deal. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the corner, right on the price. Now, back to the show.
All right, Greenville to Atlanta, Georgia, 7 hours, 10 minutes.
It is a trek.
Greenville to Washington, D.C., 5.5. 412.
412.
Wow.
I'd say one is closer, that one being Washington. People are questioning why I became a Washington Redskins fan, and those people are Chandler Honeycutt and our next guest, Caiden Norman. Hello, Caiden.
Hello, Washington fan.
Caiden is a non-fan, but thinking of, or if he was to be a fan, he'd be a Falcons fan.
I grew up a Steelers fan. My dad was a Steelers fan.
Big Ben?
Yeah, Big Ben. But I kind of fell away from it. I really was like, NFL is more fantasy up my alley. But this year, yes, I am thinking about becoming a Falcons fan. But you're right. I think they won me off the concession stands. I think we talked about that a few times.
Yep.
But love the colors too, red and black.
We should do an elimination like we're doing with A-Harp.
Well, I already decided.
It sounds like he's eliminated 31 teams.
You need to rethink, man. Falcons are not in.
We're going to have a nice rivalry between Chon and Caiden.
Oh, man.
Y'all should fight.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I'm gonna care about that much.
No.
It's not like a hate kind of fight.
No.
It's what the people want to see.
Me and Caiden are too good of friends.
All right, I'll fight Caiden.
We should have a 1v1 5 feet away dodgeball contest.
Now you're talking.
We could play dodgeball. Caiden, first, it looks like you're wearing something from the Will collection today. Jamie says, does Will own another shirt? Will, give us an update.
Gonna be nice. Yes, I do.
Do you wear any other shirts?
I do. I wear 4 different shirts during the week.
He's never worn a non-black shirt into Pirate Radio.
I'm wearing gray right now.
So you wear 4 different shirts a week. What days do you repeat?
I don't.
Well, there's 7 days in a week.
Oh, I'm talking about like in the 5 days I'm here during the week.
So you would still repeat one day?
No, I wouldn't.
You said 4.
I'm talking about 4 different days other than today. So 4 different shirts.
Okay. Okay. I was just asking question.
I'm still challenging you to wear a bright colored shirt.
Would you like to buy me one?
Do you not own one?
I would say 95% of my closet is
black.
Is neutral color.
I've never been more proud of you because that is the perfect response and the exact response I would give to someone in that situation. You want me to wear something, you buy it for me.
I like all black. I love the all black look. I like wearing all black a lot of times.
Look at us.
I know.
Today I got it's a little colorful today, but
Caiden doesn't need to wear black. I do because I'm a little bit a chubby fellow, and black is slimming, so I own a lot of black.
Do you say I make black look too good?
You look sleek in yours. You make it look nice.
Thinner.
Yeah, you look even.
What's the material?
I don't know. It's a black shirt.
Is that velvet?
Yeah. What is that?
All right, we got spring game coming up this weekend.
I know. I won't make it.
Come on, bro.
All right, moving on.
All right, see ya.
Where are you going to be?
Did you ever?
It's my 5th year with my fiance, so we're going to Charleston.
Oh, that's nice.
South Carolina.
I know.
Will y'all just get married and stop the whole anniversary, pre-marriage? Just do it already.
It was actually our first trip together, too, so it's a special one. I know I hate to do that to the sports, but I got to take the sports off this week.
Where does Charleston rank on cities that you've visited?
Oh, I think we're pretty high. Top 3 for
top
sure.
Top 5?
I love Charleston.
Top 3 for sure?
Yeah.
Did you ever participate in the spring game? Did you ever get some snaps?
Yeah. My last spring game, I had a 15-yard run.
Ooh.
And then my first spring game...
That's lame. They can't touch you.
No, I went 15 yards before they tagged my buttocks.
You went 15 untouched.
15 untouched, slapped the booty. And then
Did you do the little...
What was your celly? The Caiden Norman.
I honestly couldn't believe I made it that far untouched, but I did. And then my first spring game, I had 2 passes. I want to say at least a 10-yard completion and another 10-yarder.
Who called him?
Oh, dude, I can't remember that. I can't even tell you who caught my only completion in college. I can't tell you that.
Was it spring ball darling Terrell Green?
I love Terrell Green.
No.
Caiden, who was your guy in maybe scout team or just practice? Who'd you have the best connection with wide receiver wise? Was there a backup on the roster or something?
I would say there's a few guys. Jonathan Jeffries was a good one. He was a scout team guy with me.
Okay.
There's a couple. Tyler Snead Tyler Snead's freshman year. He obviously played that freshman year, but the first couple games we were on scout team together. We have a couple celebrations on video of us going up, hitting a little side bump. He actually knocks me down.
Wow. Do you remember that transition of him going from scout team to being the star that he was?
That felt fake to me.
It felt crazy.
I felt like when I was in the press box his first game, and he was not on the roster card that they give you. And I almost felt like we were cheating or something. Like, this guy is not even a student. Like, this guy hasn't been on the team before this week. And then he came in, had 7 catches. It was crazy.
I could see that if he had the physique of 6'5", 215. You're like, who is this guy? But then you're 5'4" or 5'5". I might be. I'm not trying to insult Tyler, but
being in Myrtle Beach,
it makes it even more impressive.
Myrtle Beach for my brother's baseball team.
You went to the beach,
and I went away. But I remember watching. It was against Memphis. And I was like, who is this cat? Who is this number 22 white kid that's 4 foot tall? But, man, he was good.
Hey, he was fun to watch. He was fun to watch blocking, too. He'd get in the jaw of some big linebacker, come back, block him, and I'm like, who is this guy?
I got the need for Snead. Do you remember, did you win your spring games? And if so, did you get to eat better than the losers?
I think my senior year we did win our spring game. And so we got peanut butter pie, the Mike Houston special. I hate peanut butter pie.
We're having a freaking peanut butter pie. Ink spit everywhere. Excuse me.
You guys big peanut butter pie fans?
I have never had it.
No, I've never had it.
It's not great.
It sounds like just peanut butter globs to me.
Globs.
Like, what else is there? Maybe our crust.
And if you lost, Bailey likes asking this question. Those beanie weenies.
Yeah.
Did you ever have beanie weenies?
No.
Because you never lost. Oh, God. Let me skip this.
Well, this is his only play because y'all tried to hurt him.
That is true.
Tried to take him out of the game. And then Marcus Mariotto tore your butt up. Caiden Norman joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Well, Caiden, for us novices, what should we look for in the spring game? Is there anything we can get out of this weekend?
Yeah, I think we have a good chance of seeing who our new backup quarterback could be.
Yeah.
That should be fun to watch. A couple, I like to see just like how the offense and defensive line battle goes. And that's always fun to see, especially with a lot of new faces in the transfer portal, regardless, every single year. And then what I'm actually excited to see is who leaves after the spring game.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen more and more and more these days. So I'm excited. I'm not excited to see, but it's like, all right, who is the guy that we're not expecting? Who's the guy maybe that shocks us?
We saw that last year with Omega Blake.
Yeah.
Omega. We
stand out.
Had a player leave before the spring game. I probably hit on this with you last week, but Jake Garcia leaving.
Yeah, it wasn't really that shocking. I thought he would leave probably as well. But
the timing was strange to me.
Yeah, it was strange timing for sure, but I don't know. I don't know how to. It was one where we thought I thought he was definitely going to leave, but it was weird.
Blake Harrell saying earlier today, in fact, Will, do we have a Blake Harrell cut loaded? Where's Shirley? Where's our producer? We'll hit that whenever she gets back, I guess. You got it? Nope. All right. He's giving me the no.
He looks confident about it.
We have Blake Harrell's comments from last week.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Do you have any from 2 years ago?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Pull those up. Jamie says, has there ever been a fight during a spring game? In the stands with Jarrett, probably, but how about on the field?
I don't remember my spring games, but practices all the time.
Do we have the Blake Harrell cut from the Brian Bailey Show?
From this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Will, can you hit that for me? He talks about Caiden Hauser.
Caiden has played a little bit, thrown a little bit. Do you expect him to play at all on Saturday?
Yeah, Caiden, obviously had the surgery back in January after the bowl game on his wrist. Had a broken wrist during the season, and is fully recovered. If we were playing, if it was August 28th this Saturday, he would definitely be playing. And we hadn't quite decided. We got him a series the other day. He's done some limited reps here and there of just, 7-on-7 or 1-on-1 reps or just some individual reps. But we also want to be cautious and make sure we don't, risk an injury last day of spring practice for a spring game that's in some ways meaningless. Like I tell our players, the most important events and games coming up is next fall. So we got to make sure we're keeping, we're getting our work in that we need, but we're also healthy come fall.
Yeah, some fans might want to see Caiden spin it and kind of carry off from where he left off last year, but I kind of like this Caiden. We'll get a chance to, like you said, hey, who's number 2 work for, so to speak.
Yeah, there's no point in letting Caiden Hauser go out there hurt himself again. We know what he can do. We'll have a fun time watching him come August in Raleigh, so we'll wait for that. But again, I think the spring game is for a lot of your guys who are on the cuff of starting and guys who won't play all year and just see how they compete.
Caiden Norman joining us. Let's take a break. We'll come back more with C-Norm when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after these words.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Craving
a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 handshaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy talls for smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right, Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. This month at Ron Ayers Motorsports, they're celebrating 50 years of excellence with an Easter egg hunt. That's right, you can stop by the store to find an Easter egg hidden in the store to unlock exciting prizes and discounts. Get there now before the eggs are all gone. And while you're there, be sure to shop around the 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler mowers, and Stihl equipment, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50 years of trusted service. Ron Ayers Motorsports, 50 years of quality, reliability, and adventure on Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Thank you, Shirley.
Where'd Hayden go?
She had to go do something for her sorority.
She had to take some pictures.
People taking pictures, man. Like, a lot of pictures.
She said taking pictures. I was like, oh, you're going to baseball? That was my first thought. She goes, no, I got to take pictures for something else.
It's graduation season.
Yeah.
I didn't take pictures.
Why not?
I did it in high school. I didn't like it.
We'll do
So like, hey, pretend to laugh. Like, what do you mean pretend to laugh? Make me laugh, lady.
Did y'all do the pictures where you went to like some locale and you got your senior pictures done like at some place?
Yeah, I did that in high school. They took me to a field.
That's funny. I went from a field to my high school pictures.
Oh wow!
Because it was like before school started, right?
Yeah.
So I was like putting in BACA.
We took one senior picture with like your regular school clothes or whatever you wanted to take, and then the one cap and gown picture, and that was it. Like literally, that was all that we took. So those are the only two senior pictures that exist for me.
I don't remember.
But I've got a birthday coming up.
You got a birthday this year?
Yeah.
I got one
just like everybody else. No, if that came out wrong, I was trying to say I have a birthday this year that is a significant. That is significant, smarty pants. And I think I'm going to do senior pictures just for fun.
We should send J-Bone with you. Make sure he gets his in too.
No, because I don't want him just going
ruining the
why are we
whole
here?
experience.
Hurry up, Shirley. I just want to take these two pictures and get the hell out of here.
This building and the Pirate Radio
Pretty good
truck
impression.
were in my senior pictures.
For East Carolina.
For East
That's
Carolina.
right. Yes, you took all your pictures over here.
I did.
True Pirate Radio guy.
All right, so Chandler, you and Caiden had an interesting segment during the break.
You mentioned the quarterback. You mentioned Kingsley Effetti, which is going back a while. And so I thought, I was like, I wonder all the quarterbacks you played with. And then you started the list, and I said, wait a minute, this is good content on the air. So now I'm going to ask you on the air, name all the quarterbacks that you played with at East Carolina.
Let's see if I can do it.
All right. So Gardner Minshew, Thomas Sirk, Kingsley Effetti, Zephaniah. I can't remember his last name. He was a freshman with me.
Bless you.
Holt Nailers.
The fact that Holt Nailers is the fifth quarterback you named.
He is going in order. Best.
I don't know if I am going in order fully.
Is not.
Zach Gwynn, Reed Herring. Reed Herring.
Philip. No, Philip.
No, Philip wasn't with me the year before.
Brian Gagg.
Put a gag order on that.
Alex Flynn, Mason Garcia. I know I'm forgetting someone in between. There has to be a couple more, but we're up to 10 just like off that.
Was Raheem with you?
No.
No?
Jita.
I want to say it's 12 total, and I'm leaving 2 people out.
What year should I look up? 2021?
Still a lot of quarterbacks.
Your last year was 20?
That was before the transfer portal. Yeah.
What year were you, Caden?
17 through 20.
Let's look up 2018 ECU football roster. And see if we can find any other names.
I'm trying to think of some other guys.
So
2018 was 1 year we had the smallest amount of quarterbacks.
I like asking guys, when did you know you were going to be like an NFL player? When did you know you were not going to be? And that's a legit question because Caden Norman is top 10 all-time passing yards in North Carolina high school history, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it used to be. I think I fell out, but
like, did you think coming out of high school that you'd play college football?
yeah, college football is the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you have gone somewhere other than East Carolina and played?
Yeah, probably a lot smaller school.
Probably so.
Yeah.
But you chose to just ride it out here. Did you say Zach Gwynn?
I did say Zach Gwynn, yeah.
Son of a gun. Okay.
Hey, can I ask you?
There was a quarterback. He changed his position. He played safety here. He transferred as well. Moss.
No, Ty Moss.
Ty Moss from the quarterback room as well.
From Whiteville.
Ty?
Yes. Ty was in. That was one I forgot, and there's definitely one more.
Hi.
I called his games at Whiteville on 103.7 WTXY.
Going left or right on your radio dial, Chad Man here.
So as Clipper is looking up some quarterbacks, I got to ask you a question. I just saw a name. What happened to Hussein Howe?
Who?
Hussein Howe.
Oh, Hussein Howe. I thought you said the Saint Owl.
No.
And I was like, who the hell is
Sometimes it's hard to understand our buddy here.
He entered the transfer portal and has never been heard of again.
Yeah, he's still in there.
I don't know. Hussein was a good guy, though. He's a fun locker room guy. So I honestly, that's a good question. That's one guy I haven't heard his name in so many years.
I want to see a Black Mirror. Oh, I saw a name. Were you on the 2020 team?
Yeah.
Oh, man. The little guy.
The little guy.
Ryan Stubblefield.
Ryan, there we go. He's 12. We made
the
it
little
12.
guy.
I knew I was
Well,
forgetting.
we were at 10.
Ty Moss and Ryan Stubblefield.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Ty Moss listed as a quarterback here. Yep. Interesting.
Hey, boys.
Look at Caiden Norman. Let's get the bio.
No, don't
From
read that,
Clayton,
boy.
North Carolina. You were a Viking?
No.
He played
I went to
at
Cleveland High
bro.
School. We were Rams.
I thought Cleveland was the Vikings.
No,
Sorry.
dude.
I got a middle name. Nope. Got a middle name.
We're just exposing
What is it?
my whole personal life out here.
Let's guess.
Okay.
William.
No, it's much more like bro-y, kind of like
Chad.
It's in that ballpark.
yeah.
Cal.
Like my dad's a lawyer type of name.
Yeah.
You got to give a letter to give
T. It starts with a T.
Tyler.
I'm gonna go party at this guy's house this weekend.
Thomas.
Trent. His parents are out of town.
Is it Trent?
No. It's Tanner.
Tanner. What's up, Tanner?
Tanner.
Yo, Tanner. It's a sick shirt, man. Oh, my God. Man, hey, were you at Tanner's party this past weekend? It was sick.
I don't know if any of you guys know who Drewski is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He just did a skit a couple of weeks ago where he was imitating like the white frat guy.
Yeah.
And it was
He's like, bro, do you even go here?
yeah, it was like Tanner, and he did like the surfer dude hand.
All right, let's hear Caiden's top celebrities that he's met. Some pretty big names here.
Put this in your bio.
I put everything in there.
Toby Keith, rest in peace.
No, you met Toby Keith.
I met Toby Keith.
Awesome.
Newt Gingrich.
All right.
Former House Speaker.
War criminal.
And Donald J. Trump.
I have met Donald J. Trump.
Where'd you meet him?
I used to work, do some part-time.
You worked
stuff
with
the
him?
governor, and we got backstage.
Were you a
one time.
page?
No, I was an intern.
The Governor.
Arnold?
No.
Hobbies include playing Fortnite with teammates and following politics.
Yeah.
Are you still a big political guy?
No, not anymore. But
So you actually met me, huh?
Wait, we have audio of that meeting. Shirley, hit that for us. All right, here it is.
Hello, how are you? What's your name? Nice to meet you. Oh, you're not going to say anything? Are you a part of the
Caiden,
fake news?
hold on, cut it, Shirley.
are
cut
you
it.
talking to me?
Is your name?
Did you not speak during this?
No, but I know he was
Well,
talking
this is
to me.
awkward, right?
I
so awkward.
I thought Shirley was hitting an audio. For
She
Chandler.
did. This is the audio
Let's play it
clip.
again.
Okay, sorry.
Hello, how are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
What's your name?
Caiden.
What's your middle name?
Tanner.
Tanner, that's such a good middle name. I like that. Well, I gotta go. I actually heard you're top 10 quarterback of all time in the state of North Carolina. That's pretty good, right?
It's pretty big.
That's actually so good. I'm actually a top 10 president myself. But so good to meet you and have fun, okay?
Thank you.
All right,
Good.
there's the meeting.
good to see you
with Tanner
You're supposed to jerk
and.
me.
Whoa.
Okay. Did not know the meeting was going to go that way.
I actually do not want to jerk you at all. That would not be fun.
Jeez.
Boy, we should have cut that 2 seconds earlier. I didn't know the clip went there.
Yeah.
Did you know that Hayden's cousin, Justin Roush, was a running back at Ohio?
Yeah, I have a pretty detailed bio.
You did, one of the more detailed bios we've ever seen.
I know. So,
When's your birthday?
That would be.
If you
Ooh, it
guys
doesn't
wanna-
say.
oh, it doesn't say it on there?
No.
You would. I'm shocked my social isn't on there.
It is not.
So when's your birthday?
I'm not gonna give all that.
All right, this is interesting because I don't think we should do.
Didn't ask for your social security number.
I think these should be more facts than opinion based.
Yeah.
First line of the bio: a popular reserve quarterback. Now, who says you're popular?
I had a lot of good fans that
Okay.
liked my signals.
I will say that I was starstruck that one time that you picked me up in an Uber.
Yeah, I did do that once.
You Ubered, and I got in your car, and I was like, oh, my God, this is Caiden Norman.
Yeah, so being a walk-on quarterback, I didn't get a scholarship stipend. So every Thursday tough because Fridays were easy game days. I'd go Uber because Thursdays were great college nights, and I would meet a lot of great people. And one night I met Chan Man.
Wow.
Did he ask you how long you been Ubering?
Yeah, everyone asked that. They used to. And then
I didn't ask her. I was just like, man, what are you doing?
We need to take a break.
You're like, I don't make money.
Yeah,
You're like, I don't. I was like, oh.
Chandler thought I was on scholarship, but that's a
I don't make money.
You starting this weekend?
Caiden Norman, program's top scout team performer, in addition
2
to
years
being
in
a
a row.
reliable role as the Pirates' animated offensive game day sideline signal distributor. Expected to open junior season in a similar role, could also experience action on special teams as a possible holder.
That happens.
Very good.
Dude, this is the most in-depth bio for a backup quarterback I've ever seen.
Backup's backup.
Oh, man.
Your favorite backup's favorite backup, Caiden Norman.
That's right.
Here. We'll take a break, come back. Ellerbe joins us when we return Pirate Radio Live after this.
This spring, be a part of something truly inspiring. Join us for our A Season of Hope fundraising banquet Thursday, May 8th from 6:30 to 9 at the Elegant Rock Springs Center in Greenville. Enjoy a plated dinner and hear powerful stories of resilience from special guests CJ Wilson and our keynote speaker, Daryl Strawberry.
This event will support the Building Hope Community Life Center in Greenville. Support the mission, share the hope. Reserve your seat today at buildinghopnc.org/banquet.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
A quick getaway to paradise is as easy as breezing into 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel. Enjoy coastal Carolina cuisine featuring fresh local seafood or savor their hand-cut steaks. It's the premier dining destination on the Crystal Coast. The waterfront restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, dinner, and their popular weekend brunch. 34 Degrees North restaurant in Beaufort is open daily. Visit their website, 34degreesnorthrestaurant.com, or call 252-838-7250. 34 Degrees North restaurant at the Beaufort Hotel.
Spring has officially sprung. Time to trade in those winter blues for blooming flowers, sunny days, and maybe even a new home. If spring cleaning just isn't cutting it and you're ready for a fresh start, contact ENC Pirate Realty Alan Tate to find your next perfect home. Buying or selling, now's the time to make your perfect move. Get started today at encpiraterealty.com. ENC Pirate Realty Alan Tate. We close the deal or someone walks the plank. ARG. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Langley Contracting, they are the superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, they've got you covered, and best of all, they handle your insurance claims as well. They are locally owned right here in Eastern North Carolina. They are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. They can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit them online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today. Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clipper.
Alrighty, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Hour number 3, got Deuce Justin Hardy coming up to talk about his draft day memories. NFL draft coming up on Thursday night. Alex Harper will join us Thursday as he will pick his NFL team that he will root for the rest of his life. He has cut it down to 5 teams. He will eliminate 4 more and pick his new NFL team.
Going to be a big day on Thursday.
Big day.
Big day, big day.
Ellerbe joins us here inside the Pirate Radio Studios. Hello, Jonathan.
What's up, fellas? I think it's the first time ever with me and Caiden Norman on the program.
Let's see if there's chemistry.
We'll see. If there's not, someone has to go.
You know what could happen is me and Caiden could move over here and take these 2 spots, maybe.
Oh.
And then maybe I'll call a Clip every Monday to come in the show.
You said maybe.
Maybe.
And maybe I'll respond to you.
I don't know.
I appreciate you responding to that.
I text back quick.
You even gave me a time. It was great. Much like Alex Harper and Caiden Norman, Ellerbe is not a fan of an NFL team.
I'm not. I'm just.
It irks me a little bit.
I just enjoy watching. I just enjoy on Sundays not having to worry about anything. You just flip around, watch the highlights, and go from there.
Are you a fan of any team other than East Carolina?
I mean, I pull for the Braves, the Orioles, because I grew up a Braves fan. Then obviously we have a great connection with the Orioles here. I have a little bit of a passion for the Falcons because my brother-in-law lives there and I can go there and get free tickets. I grew up a Redskins fan, so I have a little affiliation to Washington here and there, but nothing. I mean, nothing really moves the needle for me. And even the Falcons stuff. It was cool when our next guest, Justin Hardy, was on the team. I could go down there and see him play, but I don't really have that. I'm more of a fan of for pro sports to go to free tickets and the experience, but it's not as much. I just enjoy so much about East Carolina that you spend so much time, following this and investing in this, and then it's like, the other stuff's just kind of really fun.
You're like a freelance NFL fan. Like whatever game you go to, you're a fan of one of those teams.
You just go for you just enjoy the experience.
And you've been to Final Fours, you've been to games, you've been to cool stadiums. Is there a stadium you have not been to you want to go to in any sport?
Sure there is. I'd have to think.
You've been to Fenway?
I've been to Fenway, been to Wrigley, I've been to Dodger Stadium. I've been to, obviously, I've been to all 3 Braves stadiums.
Camden, obviously.
I've been to the Trop. Went to a playoff. I took my son to a game down there.
Did you go to a bowl game at the Trop?
I did go to a bowl game at the Trop.
That was a playoff game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a playoff. Yeah. It was the Red Sox and the Randy
Arozarena
stole home. So that was pretty cool. So it's just, there's a lot of fun things.
Been to Jerry World?
Yes, I went to Jerry World few years ago, I saw the Cowboys. I can't remember who they played, but that was an experience. It was just, I mean, that's a bucket list thing, just to go to get out there and watch all the fans rush in. It was a Sunday. They played the Eagles, actually. It was a Sunday night football game. That was just entertaining.
I appreciate you coming.
Where were the Final Fours that you went to?
Final Fours.
San Antonio?
No, the final one, I think 2 were in Atlanta, and 1 was in Indianapolis when Butler missed the half-court shot.
Hayward.
Yeah, I actually, Terry Holland and Ann Holland at the time were not staying for the Monday night game, and they're like, and I had their seats. And so I was literally like 6 rows off the court, and I was on television a lot too.
It was like John Calipari, Rick Pitino, Jonathan Ellerbe, Mike Krzyzewski.
It was some really good seats, and I'll never forget that Butler. I mean, because it was chaos, and I think that might have been Coach K's last 2010, or he won another one. One more after that, but that was actually Butler when Brad Stevens was. I mean, that was entertaining. Went to the Super Bowl when the Panthers lost, to the Patriots, and then
that was Houston.
Yeah, in Houston, and then probably one of the funnest experiences, we've talked about it many times, was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, and when the Hurricanes beat the Oilers,
which. Maybe you could do again this year. Hurricanes up 1-0 in their series over the Devils. Game 2 coming up Tuesday night.
Is that when Shirley had to hide?
Yeah, Shirley snuck in.
Shirley, I snuck in too. I didn't have a ticket for that either. We went up there and did the show, and then when we finished the show, I mean, obviously things were a lot more casual back in 2006, but we just kind of wandered around, and
we're in the building.
Yeah,
might as well stay.
We're here, so
you were already in the building.
Yeah, somehow like we were carrying the Hurricanes games here on Pirate Radio at the time, and we were an affiliate, and we were like, hey, we'll come up and do our afternoon drive time show. And so, I mean, we set up. We took Shirley with us because we needed someone to set it up, and then we did the show, interviewed a couple of officials from the Hurricanes, the general manager, and I think even the playbook Chuck Caiden came by and sat with us, and then it was just kind of like, and then Troy had a ticket, and then me and Shirley were just kind of right there, and it was kind of like, well, we'll just kind of walk around, and because the building was dead empty. Because they weren't letting people in quite yet, and I think when they opened the doors, it was kind of like a little sigh of relief, and no one ever asked us for a ticket. So we just kind of, Shirley and I kind of hung out there, kind of in the end zone at that. They used to have a bar up there at the end zone, and so that was just kind of our hanging spot.
So if they cleared it out and did make y'all leave, would you have tried to get back in, try to get a ticket, or just headed home?
I don't know if we would have gotten back in, and I don't know. I mean, the scalping situation.
We couldn't have headed home because we rode with Troy.
Well, we could have.
Yeah, we could have,
but yeah. I mean, scout. I mean, so you could have probably scout like literally like in today's world, you can't scout tickets outside. It's all digital, so it's so I don't know. It was luckily a problem we didn't have, but it was cool. I still say to this moment, I still get chills when I think about it. When they came out for the third period, and right before it was right when that Miracle movie had come out, and they played that speech by Kurt Russell of "This is your time. This is your moment," or whatever, and then they hit the daggone Hurricane song, rock me like her. I mean, I'm telling you, it was so loud in there, like it was silent. I mean, and I don't know if anyone's ever experienced loudness at that level, but every towel in that arena was being waved around, and it was so loud. I mean, you couldn't even hear it. It was just surreal. It was one of the coolest. And I think when the Hurricanes came out and hit the ice, I mean, I get chills thinking about it. I mean, I think they were going like 200 miles an hour. I mean, they were just circling when they came out. I mean, it was one of the most spectacular moments I've ever been a part of in sports.
Yeah, when they hit the probably comparable in terms of when they came out and they did the speech and the music and everything is when they hit the empty netter. Close to I think it was in the last period when they hit the empty netter. The roof came off that place. It was just an absolute I had trouble hearing for a couple of days after that game because it was so loud.
The Super Bowls in the Final Four I went to, it's a neutral crowd, but I mean, this is the first time that I've ever been, and I've never been to a Major League Baseball playoff game, which is something that I'd like to do, but I've never been like everybody stayed and watched the celebration of the Hurricanes. I mean, there were a few Oilers fans here or there, but I mean, it was like. That's what's cool about the playoff hockey.
That's why I always say I'd rather go to the NFC Championship game in Washington more so than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because it's like all your fans. It would be so cool.
And there is a photo floating around somewhere, and I know you may still have it, you may not. I don't remember exactly what apparatus I used because I don't think it was a cell phone. It might have been just an actual digital camera.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a picture right after the game ended, and all the confetti was coming down, and there's a picture of Jonathan leaning up against, like he's facing the camera, but he's got the rink behind him. And all this confetti is coming down, and you see it's just a sea of people, a sea of confetti. And you're right, people stayed after. When Rod Brindamore skated around with the Stanley Cup in his hands like this, it's one of the still to this day is one of the coolest pictures out there. But it was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was an unexpected moment.
Do y'all have any memories of Rod Brindamore's son being there? I ask because now he is a Carolina Hurricane that scored a goal the other night.
I don't remember that.
No, I don't.
I didn't know he had a son until last week, and then the next day he scored a goal for the Hurricanes, which is a cool story.
That is cool.
Rod the Bod Jr.
There you go.
There with the Hurricanes. All right, Ellerbe, any excitement level for the spring game?
Well, I mean, Caiden Norman was kind of getting me a little excited on some spring game things. Are there any? I mean, what's? I mean, I heard you earlier.
Run through Caiden's things to watch again.
Yeah,
that was a good list.
I think watching the quarterbacks who can make a strong push for a backup. I think we're going to go for a transfer, obviously. But
so you do think that? Because I've been asking, is the backup quarterback on this current roster?
He could be. It just depends how they perform.
You think they try to bring in somebody else, though?
If they go out there and they look like garbage, they probably won't. I mean, they probably will go get one. But if they go out there and look confident and they feel actual confidence in it, they might not. But
so this game could determine that.
I think so. It could solidify a true backup. I mean,
so you don't think they know it by now? If the backup is their guy or not?
I mean, they thought a couple of years ago they had two quarterbacks and neither was. So I don't know. Right now, I don't know. Honestly, it's hard. I haven't seen any of the practices, but it depends. Like Raheem Jeter, has he ever played in a game?
Yeah.
He's played, but limited action, right?
Mm-hmm. But nobody beyond him has.
Nope.
Exactly. So a lot of times you want to bring in a guy with some experience. So if Caiden Hauser goes down, you have a guy at least, hey, they understand how the environment's going to be. They can at least go in there and at least get things going. So I think that's an angle they might go for. Because right now you don't. You have Raheem Jeter. He's a good player, but he might not react well to the experience. So
how locked in are the players? I mean, it's a completely different era right now of Clip always talks about serious, unserious. I mean, is there a chance of a percentage of the team just kind of being checked out for the game? Because, I mean, you got the portal that could be a part of it, or just, I don't know.
I have no clue on that aspect of it, but when I was playing, I was before portal.
Right.
We were pretty locked in for it. We wanted bragging rights. One team got a better dinner. It was just, bragging rights with your friends. So I think if it's any competitor, like those guys are some of the top competitors, and obviously in the country, anyone playing Division I football, they're going to compete their butts off. But in obviously locker room, bragging rights is going to be a part of it. Some guys might be checked out, but I think every year you're going to have your guys that are checked out. They're like, hey, we're going to transfer. And those guys might get their playing time or they might just not care. So it just depends on how many of those guys you actually have on the roster.
Caiden Norman, Ellerbe, Chandler Honeycutt here in the Pirate Radio studios. I know those guys that are fringe depth chart or fringe trying to start are going to be taking it serious.
That's the best guys to watch. And those are the guys you're probably going to get your most playing time, honestly. You're going to have your starters get maybe their 1 or 2 main drives, and the rest of it, you really want to see how those younger guys and guys who haven't played a lot grow into and mature.
If you were the head coach, how scared would you be of running your regular offense and then showing schemes, or just being worried about being scouted and stuff?
Yeah, you're running pretty much all base and spring ball anyways, because you have such a limited time just to get action out there. They're not running anything too schemy.
Last year, I feel like the fix was in. Remember all the deep balls and big plays and everything?
Because, I mean, what we saw the previous year was, I don't think we saw a pass over 30 yards the previous year, and we just come out throwing bombs left and right, both Jake Garcia and Caiden Hauser.
Yeah, I think it was like, hey, DBs, let the guy get a couple yards. Let's get a big play on offense to excite this crowd.
Well, I think last year was a unique situation. You had 2 new quarterbacks coming in. You didn't know
First
who
year
the quarterback was
OC.
going to be. Let them go out there and actually compete.
A new coordinator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that was one thing to like, hey, show that, hey, we have 2 guys. Let them go out there and be guys and see who competes better. And that was actually a fun one. This year it's a little bit different. You're not going to see that probably.
And by the way, I do remember last time I was in the press box. It was last year for the spring game because I was remembering all those deep balls.
Yeah, and you sat next to me, and you'll be doing the same thing this Saturday.
Wow. Chandler, one thing I will keep an eye on, and I'd like for you to as well, I'm going to do the best I can, is the trenches.
I was going to say the defensive line with all the departures we've had with Deontay Johnson, Eli Morris, who are some guys that can step up. Preston Carr, we just talked to him on Friday after the scrimmage. Preston Carr, Zion Wilson, McIver's back. How much of an impact can he be? So Sam Danka, it's going to be a long weekend. So I'm excited for the trenches, but more specifically, the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I said the trenches are going to be a fun part to watch. Yeah. Offense and defense with a lot of younger guys, newer guys in those roles to see actually how they're going to develop. Because in that game, that's probably your most competitive area. They're not going to allow too many of the big hits on the sidelines or dirty hits, but right there, that's going to be as physical a part of the game that's going to be.
And when I'm looking at the offensive trenches, I'm excited to see Carson Jones out. Local guy Bryce Weaver in. We talked to him on Friday as well.
Conley Vikings.
I saw that interview.
Excited to see how he does at the center position.
Had him on the show when he committed to ECU. Good kid. Ellerbe got a big fundraiser for Riley's Army coming up. May the 4th be with you. Coming up May the 4th, and I enjoy barbecue, so I think I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah, we've teamed up with our friends at QC Kinetics and Beaker's Barbecue, and they are going to be out on site at QC Kinetics on that Sunday, May the 4th from 3 to 6. All raising money for Riley's Army, which helps to support families that have kids with cancer. So if you're interested, Chandler is a part of a little inner office pool. He's trying to sell the most barbecue plates for this fundraiser so he can raise, so we can help out Riley's Army. And then, so Chandler's got a little competitive spirit with some of the other folks here in the office on the sales team. So if you're interested in buying a barbecue, you can go to our social media or our website and get the stuff, or you can call Chandler directly, and he'll help you with the process. And then he'll also be awarded a great prize if he finishes.
What's your number?
Right now?
How many have you sold?
I don't know. Do you not want people to connect?
I was excited because my number. I thought you meant the number of sales I've made on this.
Your phone number.
910-627-2572.
Yeah, that was easy. I didn't even say that. You just gave
All right, there we go.
I don't want strangers having.
Everybody
now they got it.
Oh man, stranger danger.
Chandler actually got me for 2.
It's like somebody's gonna call me and say, "Oh,
he did."
So he's got at least 2 on the board.
I was wondering why he was working so hard on Caiden, and now
So Caiden was like, "Hey, I'm in for 2." I'm like, "Sweet," and I'm like, "Hey, it's May 4th. You got to go pick it up. I'm not gonna be in town."
But
I'm just gonna buy 2 anyways.
Yeah, and I said we could he comes in on Mondays, bring it here, it'll be good the next day.
Well, I said I was actually gonna feed you guys Monday lunch. You guys can
I'll take that too.
There you go.
That'd be great.
Caiden Norman, a great person supporting our community.
So I can
and
count
feeding his friends.
Caiden loves the kids.
Let me know when you scan the QR code, buy your plates, so I can put you down.
Alrighty.
All right.
There you go. Anybody else can call Chandler, but it's going to be a fun day. We're going to have raffle prizes. QC Kinetics is going to have a lot of cool giveaways, so you can come by. It may sell out before then, so if you want to get a guarantee,
get it now.
The great barbecue plate. There's family packs. You can get 4 plates for $50 or individual plates for $15. So lots of fun. So check it out on our social media, on our website, and then join us on May the 4th. You a Star Wars fan?
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. So maybe Chandler will be dressed up like Yoda or something out there. So we'll work on that.
I actually dressed up as Darth Vader multiple times as a kid.
Chandler, Joel says Chandler just gave the phone number to the burner he dropped. So if you hear the road ringing out there, that's somebody.
You answer the phone, it's like,
yeah. So contact Chandler.
Ellerbe, thank you for not firing Chandler for that. Appreciate it.
Well, I mean, it's just, usually when a piece of equipment goes missing, it's usually kind of like, hey, it's just kind of like, has anybody seen the burner?
It's at the house or in the car.
And then how it mysteriously found me, that someone came up to me and said, hey, did you lose a cell phone? I was like,
No.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got mine. Why would I was like, Well, we found a cell phone in the road, and it's got a big pirate radio sticker on the back of it. And I was like,
God.
oh, well, let me maybe take a look at that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that does look like a pirate radio phone. And I just kind of wonder what was going on. So we found it. Chandler did own his mistake.
Yes,
he fixed
he did.
it, and he's promised not to do it again.
And we used it on Friday, and it worked perfect.
All right, Ellerbe, thank you.
Thank you.
Caiden, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just checked the time. I got to get out of here.
Bye.
Man.
See you later. High five.
Wow, free high fives.
Go around.
All right, well,
instead of the wave, that could be like the new wave.
The whole stadium's
coming to stadiums near you. High five the person beside you.
when we return, Justin Hardy joins us, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Get ready to run for a reason. Join us for the Raleigh's Army Fun Run on Sunday, April 27th at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Wildwood Park in Greenville. A day full of fitness, family, and fun, all for an incredible cause. Only $15 to register or $30 including a t-shirt. Whether you're walking, running, or cheering from the sidelines, every step supports local children battling cancer. Mark your calendar, grab your sneakers, and be a hero in your hometown. Register now at RileysArmy.com because no one fights alone.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about what you do from a sales and service standpoint.
We just see what everybody's circumstances are. Everybody's different. Credit scores are different. Lenders look for a lot of particulars, and we're here to help you. We try to offer a quality product, and we're here for you service-wise down the road, and we want to give you the discounts we like to offer our hometown people here and our family.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. We will earn your trust and business one vehicle at a time. Go online at driveherenow.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville, where the drinks are cold, the food is fire, and the fun never stops. Check us out every night at 7 for our special events. Tuesday night is Singo, Wednesday Hollywood Trivia, Thursday's Kahoot Night, and Fridays is Tunes and Taps starting at 7 p.m. Don't miss Yappy Hour, Thursday through Saturday, 4 to 7, where we serve up half-priced apps from the toolbox. Make sure to check out our new menu, featuring the taco wrap, North Carolina Cowboy flatbread, and buffalo loaded chips. Check out our Facebook page for more information. Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, where good times are always on tap.
Welcome to Russell's Spring Style. Our screen door shouts welcome to a beautiful selection of new apparel for men and women. The spring colors are bold and beautiful, just in time for vacation and Easter. Men, make your next suit or sports coat purchase easy with in-house alterations to assure a great fit. Ladies, it's Russell's for the best selection in dresses, tops, and slacks for most any occasion. Rhonda and her team work hard to make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination. It's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Pirate Radio.
Where it is a first down. Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers, and they have one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina. You can shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. And do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, there is Shirley and Will and Chandler J-Bone joining us. Did you enjoy last segment?
Yeah.
Good stuff?
Yeah, great stuff. Hearing about Hurricanes winning Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Some high fives going around, barbecue fundraiser.
Yeah, you missed on the high fives.
Yeah.
You want to? There we go. High fives connected. All right, let's hear my chat with Justin Hardy. It's draft week. We talked about his memories of draft week leading up to it and what happened during and after the draft. Here's myself and Deuce. All right, joining us today, former East Carolina great Justin Hardy. It's NFL Draft Week. We'll talk about some of those memories and Justin getting closer to his season up in the CFL. Justin, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Hey, doing great. Appreciate your time as always. Justin joining us courtesy of Social House Vodka. We'll talk about his own personal vodka before we wrap up today. But Justin, it is NFL Draft Week. What memories do you have when I say that? What comes to mind those couple of days leading up to the NFL Draft for you?
A lot of things, anxiety a little bit, not knowing necessarily where your future is going to be, that next chapter of your life, it's a next step, the writing a book. So that was the big thing that I guess you could say that was exciting leading up to the draft, and then actually getting your name called, just figuring out where you're going.
So a fourth-round pick, Justin, going into the draft, did you hear, hey, you might be second or third, or did you hear, hey, you might have to wait till the fifth or sixth, or did you know fourth? Like, what was kind of the different things you heard going into it?
Going into the draft, they had me going between the second and the fourth round. So anywhere between those two rounds, I was looking to hear my name called. So usually that's typically I think the fourth round starting the third day. So the first day and second day go past. So it's not really too much I'm doing on the first day or was doing on the first day, really just relaxing and just enjoying the time with my family.
I remember telling you last week I thought there might be a chance that my Redskins would get you, but they took I believe it was Jamison Crowder a little bit ahead of you in that draft, and then you told me last week that you had not spoken with Washington, that they were not going to be your destination. But were you kind of looking around at other receivers being taken when you were taken and kind of saying, all right, where do I slot in with these guys?
Not necessarily, because I understood that teams go off of what their needs are. And for some teams, they might need an outside receiver, a primary outside receiver that was maybe 6'3", 6'4", you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily me looking at the other receivers that was taken, but understanding that the process of what teams needed at the time. So I never really looked at it like that.
And the draft is an inexact science. I'm looking at it here, and yeah, Washington took Crowder 2 picks ahead of Justin Hardy. In the next round, a guy named Stephon Diggs gets drafted in the 5th round. You go a few rounds later, Darren Waller goes in the 6th round. So again, it's an inexact science, right? You don't know what you're going to end up with.
Correct.
Justin, how about the days following the draft? So you get picked on a Saturday. Like, how quickly are you connected with the Falcons and they're doing work with them?
Pretty much immediately. As soon as you get the call that we want to draft you, we had the whole process of going through that phone call, and then there's rookie minicamp, which I want to say is probably a week after the draft, maybe. So come in, do those things, and make sure you're together and showcasing what the team's going to be looking to see in the next year or the year to come to suit. So that really was what it was going on at that point.
Yeah, and one thing I talked to Holt Nailers about, Rajay Harris is going through it right now. He's trying to stay in the best shape of his life. Like, you don't want to get there and get in shape. You got to be ready to go, right, from day one.
Correct, because I will say for my rookie minicamp, it wasn't that many receivers, and we went spread the whole time. So definitely got to make sure you're in shape because you're not coming up.
Do you meet any of the vets rookie minicamp, or is it all rookies and coaches?
It's all rookies and coaches during rookie minicamp, and maybe the exception of a few guys that they're trying to look at that maybe they picked up the year before.
Was Dan Quinn the coach when Atlanta drafted you?
Yes.
All right. How much conversation do you have with the head coach, and how much is it kind of position coaches, coordinator, stuff like that early on?
You mean like?
Well, how about draft day? Did you hear from Coach Quinn draft day?
Oh yeah. I spoke to Coach Quinn draft day. Spoke to Coach Quinn. Spoke to the owner of the team, Arthur Blaine. So spoke to those guys, and then they gave their spiel on welcome me into Atlanta. Looking forward to seeing me and getting to work. And then probably within the next couple of days, you talk to your OC, your position coach, equipment staff guys, training staff. Go down the whole list of line of guys.
And then when you get to rookie camp, is it all the coaches are there with you?
Yep, all the coaches are there.
What was working with Kyle Shanahan like? I still consider him one of the best in the game right now. What was he like getting to work with him as a coordinator?
I tell people all the time I was put in a lucky situation to go from Lincoln Riley to Kyle Shanahan because they're both great minds when it comes to play calling. So he was a great mind, like I just said. Him being able to put guys in the right position to be the best that they can be, it was unheard of at the time. So he was very good.
You mentioned this, Justin. How much special teams and maybe that's more of after rookie minicamp and stuff like that, but how quickly did they say, all right, Hardy, we want you as a receiver, but you're going to have to play special teams? How quickly did you go to that side?
To be honest, I was already there because just looking at who we had in the room, my chances of getting on the field was going to be through special teams.
Right.
So me understanding that, understanding my role at the time, not saying I couldn't play receiver, but understanding my role at the time was going to be a football player. So I might have to go on offensive, special teams, and defensive. If I got to make a tackle, I got to make a tackle. So that's really my mindset going into it. It wasn't necessarily them having to come to me and say, like, nah, you're going to come play special teams. Like, I already kind of had it in mind that this is my way to get on the field.
The reason I think Shanahan's great is because, he had Robert Griffin III in 2012. They were running a different offense than he's running with Matt Ryan there in Atlanta. But, how much feedback, and not when you're a rookie, he's probably talking to Matt Ryan and Julio and Roddy White, but as you get older, do the players have kind of any input talking to Coach Shanahan, or is it kind of his way and y'all are going to do what he designs? How much kind of back and forth talking is there with the players?
There's definitely a lot of back and forth because at the end of the day, we the ones that's out there actually making the plays come to life. Like, it's one thing to call it, but to actually go out there and do it's another thing. So we got to make sure we always on the same page and going off what we see and letting it know that this is how we're getting played, or this is what the coverage they're showing us to make sure we're in the right play.
How about at ECU, Justin? How much did you and Shane go to Lincoln and say, hey, have you thought about this, or can we get some of this in there?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, you would think majority of our days was, if we wasn't with our position coach, we were with Coach Riley and trying to figure out what we can do to, put our best foot forward.
Justin, you were a part of talked about this with Rajay, that a lot of the trick plays get left on the cutting room floor, but saw you and Shane and the guys run a few during your time. How excited were you when that play you've worked on in practice finally gets called and you get to throw a ball or catch one from another receiver?
No, it's always fun because at that point in time, because that play can be a momentum changer for the whole team. We can be down and get that play call and, we back up. Or, it could be where we already up and then the play is called and get the momentum going even more. So you love to hear those plays called, especially when you practice it all the time and then it's actually getting called.
How many passes did you throw at ECU? Do you remember?
Probably close to 6.
Yeah. Do you remember your numbers? I need to look those up.
I probably about 500, probably.
3 for 6?
3 for 6, maybe. 4
Any
for 6,
touchdowns?
Maybe. Yep. I threw one to Zay against North Carolina Central.
Okay.
I think that's the only touchdown I threw.
Did you ever throw one to Caiden? I feel like he caught
Nope,
one.
that was Cam. Cam threw it to Caiden in the St. Pete Bowl.
In the bowl game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good deal. Justin Hardy joining us. Justin, last night, former Pirate Zach Agnos made his Major League Baseball debut. He got called up by the Rockies, went in, pitched the 8th inning. They did an interview with his family. He's got an all-time family, man. His brother Jake played here. His mom was interviewed. And I was just curious, like, your NFL debut or that first year, man, you got to do your job and everything, but do you get to, like, soak it all in, or is that something that comes kind of later in life when you think about those things?
I think it comes a little bit later in life because I don't think people realize how long those first 2 years are in the league. Like, it's going to go by so fast because you think after your senior year, you play a bowl game, you go immediately to training, combine, senior bowl, whatever bowl game you're playing in.
Yeah.
Workouts, pre-draft, draft. Then you go to rookie mini camp, then OTAs, then regular camp, season, and then your all season. And it's not really your all season because at that time you really don't have an all season because you want to put the best foot forward going to the next year. So it's like you're not really getting no time off during those times. So it's really hard to just sit back and think as far as after those moments happen. Like, I feel like the only time you're really able to sit back and really understand what happened is when you're all done.
That's a great point, man. It never stops, and it seems like, and you're working out right now, getting ready for your CFL season. But like, have you learned how to split up your time a little bit and get a little more of that time off now that you got a family, you got things going on, to where you can enjoy time away from football? Like, does that get a little easier for you as you get older?
I guess you could say that because, like I said, it's been in football for so long. You kind of understand the nuances of things that go in throughout the season. You know when you need to be in tip-top shape. You know when you need to be, ready to go. So I can't say it gets a little bit easier, as far as like managing your time as you get older, for sure.
Justin Hardy joining us, courtesy of Social House Vodka. You can get the J-Rock Limited Edition Justin Hardy Vodka at socialhousevodka.com. Justin, you watch any NBA playoffs this weekend?
I did not.
You watched the Carolina Hurricanes win yesterday.
I seen highlights.
Do you have a hockey team? I know you said you've know a little bit about it now that you're in Canada. Like, do you pull for the Hurricanes or a team up north or anything?
I don't have a hockey team, but I do, like you said, I'm getting into it, so I'm enjoying to watch it now a little bit more. Growing up, I used to watch the Mighty Ducks. but that wasn't, it's not really the same. But
Yeah.
just understanding the game and whatnot, I'm getting into it now.
There you go. Hey, Justin, enjoyed the chat, man. We'll check out the draft this week, kind of recap that, and once again, another week closer to the CFL season beginning. So, wishing you the best, man. We'll keep in touch with you.
Just a laser focused dude, like in his career. Nothing around football ever really got to him, whether it be the draft, whether it be
losing his debit card.
Yeah, I mean, he just was fully focused, and I love his explanation as to why it's really tough to enjoy and even notice what's happening, because it never stops. He broke it down perfectly. He said he went from the season to training to all-star games to preparing for the pro day and combine to getting drafted to the rookie mini camps.
OTAs
to OTAs, camp, preseason,
regular season,
and then you flip it. Like there's no really stopping.
And it was crazy to hear, like, the off season, not off.
Yeah.
You gotta stay working, stay grinding.
Yeah.
And you mentioned focus. Like, that's another thing too. Like, I feel like Justin never really celebrated after a big catch. Like, he would get up, throw the ball to the referee, and then like go get set. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, we were a fast-paced offense with Lincoln Riley. So, but I don't. Yeah, it seemed like he was out there to play football, and that's it.
It was also nice hearing, like, how cool it was going from Lincoln Riley to Kyle Shanahan in college to the pros.
Yeah, pretty smooth transition as far as offensive minds. Chandler, that game they just showed, the last Washington game I attended live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins came in for the injured RG3, and we lost to Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez, and the Atlanta Falcons. All right, we will take a break, come back, have our Fleet Feet rundown when we return after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home
Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked
Hey
up.
Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Pirate Radio, no one can outwork us. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street, and they are now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. And after work, down on Main is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. And you can join them every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. And Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels and Gateway can handle all your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns, fillings, sedation dentistry, and cosmetic needs, such as braces and implants. Visit them on Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Bring your smiles to us at Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Chandler's got me fired up watching some RG3 2012 highlights.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this gets me going, man. I was watching a random game this weekend from 2005 when we beat the Giants. Santana had 3 touchdowns in that game. All right, I need to watch that one with Will. That'd be a good Giants-Washington watch party. All right, NBA and NHL playoff schedule on our Fleet Feet rundown. But first, Alex Harper, can you tell us about our friends at Fleet Feet?
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
I love this game, too. So I've got a parlay, Will. It was Red Sox beat the White Sox. Check. That happened this morning. It is New York beat the Pistons. A little worried about that one. But also Brunson 20 points, Joker 20 points. And it's plus money. So
I like that.
I got those 3 legs left to go. It is Pistons and Knicks tonight, 7:30. Clips and Nugs at 10. What are you looking at for tonight?
We're going to see if the momentum of the Knicks continue. They're very streaky at times, so they could start out hot and take a collapse at the end, or they could start out slow, much like Game 1. Foul trouble for the Pistons was an issue early on, and I feel like they never got the rhythm on the boards. Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson went out very early with 2 fouls. And for the first half, they were kind of up against it, so I'm interested to see how much things change when they're in the game and impacting the first half.
How about prop-wise?
Jalen Brunson, over 28.5. He's just a playoff performer. It's what he does. And then for the late game, Joker and Harden.
I was worried about putting Harden in a 20-pointer over the weekend, but he had a good game.
Another guy that
I just hate watching him play basketball. Tonight, Stanley Cup playoffs, Montreal Canadiens and the Caps, Ovi, in the playoffs.
The Caps.
Go Caps.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Caps fan, no cap, that might want to watch the Caps on the big screen.
No, we got to go Knicks Pistons.
No. Okay. I'd rather watch hoops.
Yeah.
Winnipeg. 1-0 series lead. Wait a minute. No, that's not who I have. Never mind. Winnipeg up 1-0 on St. Louis. It is the Avalanche up 1-0 on the Stars. Stars were the betting favorite, I think, to win the Stanley Cup. And I have Edmonton in a future. They take on the Kings coming up tonight. So there you go for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Nice. You got any futures? We got the Lakers in basketball. Lakers. Nothing in hockey?
No, I got Lakers Clippers. Clippers just to reach
took them both?
Just to reach the conference finals for the Clippers.
Ooh, okay. Man, they kind of blew it the other night.
Yeah, but I mean,
game 1. Long series.
Yeah.
Long series.
It's not over until you went on the road. It doesn't start. Series doesn't start, excuse me, until you went on the road.
Well, that Lakers series has started.
Yes.
So. I like LA in the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs.
The Kings?
Yep,
okay.
They look good.
All right, National Day update. Jamie wants to know what your record is on props. So Will was on a major tear, and then he bragged about it. How have you been since then?
It continued up until Sunday. On Friday, I think that was Friday. No, that was Thursday. On Saturday.
Tuesday.
We're at Ruby Tuesday.
On Saturday, I hit a big one. 60 to win 360. Davion Mitchell over 10.5.
Mama, there goes that man.
A little bit of a sweat. He hit 3
Oh,
threes.
we don't care about because it's already in the past. But you've been hitting them.
Yeah, I've been.
Okay.
I've profited a lot in the month of April.
Tread lightly, but he's hot.
Yeah. If there is a time to tail, now is that time.
Okay, so fade him tonight. Since
Probably.
Said that.
Yeah. I was very bad yesterday, but
it is National Rendering Day. We're celebrating by bringing awareness to reducing and eliminating food waste through a process known as rendering. North Americans consider roughly 50% of an animal inedible. This leaves a lot of leftover meat and ends up as waste. We need to talk about this with Bryce Williams tomorrow. I bet Bryce could find on an animal where I could find 50% edible. He could find probably 75 to 80. You know what I'm saying? National Yellow Bat Day. Oh, looks like Batman. What is this? The Army activated the 265th Army Security Agency Company Airborne, the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. The insignia is a bat with outstretched wings on a full moon rising with the motto, "Through the night below."
Hey, now.
Oh, through the night. I kind of like adding the below.
Through the night below.
Through the night.
With the motto, "Through the night below."
Symbolically, the bat represents mystery and secrecy due to its nocturnal nature. The bat fittingly describes the intelligence support provided by the Army Security Agency Battalion. Very cool.
Neat.
I like that. It is National Chocolate Covered Cashews Day. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Bone wants a M&M cashew.
Yes, that'd be pretty cool.
It is National Kindergarten Day.
Ah.
Shout out kindergarten and all you kindergartners out there. Bryce eats rendering, real man. Zach says it's Marathon Monday for some of us. You massholes. Zach also says Clippers win big in Game 2. Clips are a favorite tonight.
Are they, 1.5?
Yeah, they're a favorite. All right, would you guys like to add anything to this segment?
No.
Please, no?
Please, no.
right.
Some Braves breaking news.
Oh, no.
Spencer Strider to the 15-day IL.
Oh, no.
Got hurt.
Jeez.
I believe it's a hamstring playing catch.
It's a little 2-week vacation.
He pulled his hamstring playing catch.
Playing catch.
Yeah, tweaked his hamstring playing catch pregame.
Wow.
It's a pretty active
You
thrower.
use hamstring.
I got the Braves and Red Sox in a parlay as well.
Hayden's listening in. She says cashews.
Hayden, girl.
Hayden, what are you doing? Listen to the show.
That is the meanest she's ever been. She did the throw up emoji.
I know.
Cashews?
That's so rude.
For cashews?
Yeah, we need to talk to her about this next time she's here. But thanks for tuning in, Hayden.
Yeah, thanks for the listen.
I watch it every day.
We'll wrap it up after this.
Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gakwe, and our mission at Michaels & Gakwe is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gakwe are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep introduces the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Choose between current available incentives and factory employee pricing on all new 24 and 25 Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles. That's right. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep is giving you the freedom to choose your deal. Choose to save up to $11,000 off MSRP and get 3.9% APR for 72 months on a new 2025 Ram 1500. Or take employee pricing on the same truck. Save up to $9,000 off MSRP or lease a new Jeep Grand Cherokee for only $389 per month. Or get employee pricing on that new Grand Cherokee. Save up to 15% off MSRP on a new Jeep Wrangler or choose employee pricing. It's the Freedom of Choice pricing program. Go to ecauto.com.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Jeep lease is 36 months, 10,000 miles per year. Offers do not include tax, tags, title, and $8.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and ShimmerBoutiqueOnline.com. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
It's time for a family fun barbecue fundraiser to support Riley's Army and families facing pediatric cancer. Join us Sunday, May 4th from 3 o'clock to 6 p.m. at QC Kinetics and treat you and your family to a barbecue dinner provided by Beaker's Brisket. Individual plates are $15 and family meals are $4 for only $50. Everyone who purchases a meal or donates will have the chance to enter an exciting raffle. We can't do it alone. We need an army. Order or donate online now at Riley'sArmy.com.
This is Mac McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
It was a down day for the stock market. The Dow was down 971 points and closed at 38,170. The NASDAQ was down 415 at 15,870. And the S&P fell 124 points and closed at 5,158. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Have a moment to be.
Thank you, Shirley. William, enjoyed it. Bone, thank you.
Thank you.
Bone's heading to Rallywood tomorrow. You will not be on our show?
No, I will not.
All right.
Can we lobby a call?
Yeah, lob me a call.
We'll lob him a call.
I might be enjoying some chicken wings for the baseball game.
Nice.
Chan, good to see you, buddy.
Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow for a brief moment, and then I got to head out to football practice.
All right, coming up next, speaking of football, Brian Bailey Show. Blake Harrell and Damon Magazoo. Great show for you Pirate football fans. And we will talk to you Tuesday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live for the crew. I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX.